thing at issue here is that he fixed. You have the receipt there. He fixed. It says here, replace front wheel bearings and left front wheel hub. So he did that.
Yeah.
Well, he says he did that. So then, we gave the car back to my daughter, and she drove it. She said it still acts a little funny, So
now wait, who said he did that? The seller said, or the mechanic?
No. The mechanic said, we have a receipt that he fixed. He replaced the front wheel bearing and left front wheel hub.
Got it.
Okay, so my daughter drove, and she said it was still acting up a little bit. So we brought it in another time, and he said, well, one of the wheels was bent, and he moved some wheels around and so on. And then, again, she said there's something didn't feel right. So he said, well, you need to get new wheels. So because they're bent and they're bad wheels. So then I got the new wheels. I took it to Big O and had them put the tires on the wheels. And, of course, he drove the car before he did that. And then when he had it on the rack, I was just down the street having breakfast. He calls me up and says, hey, you better come and look at this. So I go over and look at it. He's got the wheels off, and he says, it looks like this front end needs a new hub. And I thought, well, that's interesting because I just paid for somebody $1,000 to do that. So he took the part off, showed me the part. I mean, the hub is rusty, and it's only been on there for a couple months.
So it looks like the first mechanic did not do the hub.
Well, I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you have an invoice saying he did a hub and you have a mechanic saying it's rusty and old and needs to be replaced, you got yourself a problem. And that man,
I know.
that mechanic who said that you had that you charge you for a hub, is it the same hub, the left or the right? What hub is it?
It's the same hub.
All right. How much did you pay the first guy for that hub?
Well, somewhere around $1,000 because I'm not sure what exactly the labor was.
Well, you said he did the wheel bearing and hub, right?
Yeah, so it's somewhere around $1,000.
Is that all one job, Kevin or Jeff? Is that all one job?
Well, you can get the wheel bearing separate from the hub on that one, but yeah, you have to take.
But if he did them both, how much would that hub have cost out of that $1,150? Kevin, what do you think? Out of the 11,
yeah, it's a little on the high side, but $900 to $1,000, $1,100, somewhere in there.
Yeah, because some of the bill went to the bearing or whatever he
parts,
the other bearing.
Yeah. So how much, bro? I mean, how much did he charge you? Did you tell him, hey, you never changed this hub?
Yeah, I went in there yesterday.
What did he say? What did he say, man?
He goes, well, he says that's not a hub. I said, well, wait, you have a different definition of what a hub is?
Wait a minute. What is he calling a hub?
I don't know. He rattled off some stuff.
No, seriously. Come on, man. And Kevin said that's even on the high side. So if he didn't change what is the other mechanic calling a hub? I mean, I don't even know if you know what a hub is.
Well,
what is a hub, Kevin? What is a hub?
Well, you press the bearing into the knuckle, and the hub is.
Hold on. The axle is sticking out. Okay, where's the hub?
The hub is
on the axle.
Goes over the axle. It's splined, and that's where you get your drive from.
Okay.
And that's pressed.
It goes over the axle.
Inside the bearing.
Right. Okay. It goes over the. Now that hub. Could there possibly be another definition of a hub?
No, it's a standard.
And what does the hub do? It holds the wheel?
It presses into the bearing,
and then holds the wheel. Right.
That's where you get your torque.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the guy said that's. So, did you say what did you change for $1,100?
Yeah, I said.
Did he show you? Did he point to it? Did he point to it and say, "Here, this is what I did"?
No, I just said this is a hub. Yeah, obviously it doesn't look like it's replaced because it's not more than a couple months old.
I get it. And he said that's not the hub.
Yeah, he said, well, that's not a hub, and then he rattled off some stuff
but
about.
Did he show you what the hub was? The new part he put in. Did he show you?
Did who show me?
Look, you just told me that you went to the first mechanic and said, this is the hub, it's rusty, it wasn't changed. And he said, that's not the hub, I did something else. Did he show you the something else that he did?
No, because I didn't have the car with me. I just had the part.
Oh, okay, now I get it. Okay, so you had the hub done by the second mechanic and took the old one into him.
Right.
Snap a picture of that. I want to see.
It's in your email.
Okay, we got to see, guys, during the break if this is a hub or not, okay? Whether it's a hub or not. Hold on, bro, okay? Debbie, what's happening? Debbie, hi.
My husband died of, hi. My husband died of COVID last week.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Are you doing okay? What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what to do with his things, and he has a 2017 Dodge Ram truck, and I don't know how to sell it. Do I go to
okay.
dealers?
Debbie,
poor baby.
Yeah, Debbie, you got a lot to think about. Let's help you here. Is there a loan on that truck, Debbie?
No.
Okay. Here's what I would do, because I don't want you getting ripped off, and there are so many rip-offs. Now, JFR Cars and Rodney, they have a flat rate consignment that they can do, and you can trust them, and they can do all the proper paperwork you need. Is the title in both of your names, or just yours, or just his?
It's just in his name, but I got his
death certificate.
I got a death certificate, so I'm going to the DMV on Monday to get it in my name. I think that's what I have to do to sell it.
Yeah, they're going to require that it be, transferred, and you may have to do a small estate affidavit. But let's ask Blake Harris what she has to do first before she sells that truck. And Debbie, JFR Cars, they have a good system, and Rodney's a good guy, and we're going to put you in touch with him. You can trust him. Hey, may I ask something? How old was your husband?
He died on his birthday. He was 60.
60, that's not very old. Did he have any other health problems?
No.
Wow. And he contracted COVID, and he got it that bad that it killed him?
From the day he was diagnosed to the day he died, it was 2 weeks.
Oh, my goodness. Holy crap. Was he in the hospital when he died?
Yes.
Now, you didn't get it, or you did?
I did.
And how are you doing?
Not very good.
Debbie, are you better? Are you over COVID?
Yes.
Do you have any kids, any help at all?
Yes, my son lives in Denver.
Can he help you with some things? You know, we'll be happy to help you. You can call us at any time if you need help with any issue, okay?
Okay.
No, seriously. And we have the 303 Martino number, and if you say, this is Debbie who lost her husband, and then say, I need this, or can you help me with this, we'll get right back to you. So, and I'm serious. You can use us, okay? We want to help you. Especially when you're going through this time of grief. And then we're going to ask our attorney the steps that need to be taken before that truck is transferred to you, just so you don't go to motor vehicle for nothing, okay? So hold on. Blake is going to come on. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
We've lost so many people to COVID. So many moms and dads, favorite uncles, older sisters, and best friends. But vaccines can help prevent serious illness and death from COVID in more than 9 out of 10 cases. So now almost all COVID deaths are preventable, and so are the broken hearts they leave behind. We can do this. Find COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
K&H Home Services has been around longer than any home improvement company. K&H. I love K&H. They did work on my house when I came to town 40 years ago. They did work on some other houses I know, and they still honor the warranties. When they say lifetime, they mean it. K&H Home Solutions. You know what I love about these guys? I love the fact that they have great everyday prices, plus, of course, they have their screaming deals. So K&H will come to your home, and this month they have some extraordinary specials, including buy one window and get one window free. That is incredible. Buy one window and get one window free. Listen to this, okay? right now you can call them and make an appointment at 303-421-7100, and they'll come to you, or you can always visit them, khwindows.com. All right, Rocky Mountain IV Medics, they are the peeps that I use them for hydration therapy once a month, and sometimes more often when I'm not feeling good. They'll come to you if you don't feel good. If you have COVID, to help you get over the hump, they'll help you at your home or office. They even meet some truckers at truck stops who are driving through town. They will do hydration therapy at no more of a cost than if you had or went to a hydration bar. So why bother going anywhere when they'll come to you? You can text or call this number and make a same-day, same-hour appointment. RockyMountainIVMedics.com, 720-987-2155, 720-987-2155.
Guys, 2021's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram, America's PJ experts. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. Order today, and Pajamagram will also include a free matching naturally nude nightie with the purchase of naturally nude pajamas. That's free gift packaging and a free naturally nude nightie when you order today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
Here's Bruce and Steve, the Williams brothers. Guys, you know there's one Christmas gift that can actually grow with your relationship.
Our legendary Williams Martini Diamond Stud earrings.
Every girl wants them
because they never go out of style.
Williams 3-prong Martini Diamond studs are bigger and brighter than average studs found in most stores.
Best of all, if at any time you wish to upgrade your Williams Diamond Martini studs to a larger pair, we'll give you exactly what you paid for them toward a new, larger pair.
It's our exclusive Williams Jewelers Lifetime Diamond Upgrade.
Prices start at just $295, so guys, you can't go wrong.
Maybe it's time for your upgrade. We keep Martini Diamond studs up to 4 carats in stock.
This Christmas, give her what she wants.
Our legendary Martini Diamond Stud earrings from Williams Jewelers.
At Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, Denver's diamond engagement and wedding ring store in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue.
Wesley had IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Coming after my house, my car. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
Wesley called Optima Tax Relief.
Oh, they were great people. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey parents, here's some good news for America's future. Kids ages 5 to 11 are now eligible for a COVID vaccine. That means all those future CEOs and artists, the world-class chefs and sports stars, the engineers and the innovators, they're all eligible for a vaccine that can help protect their future. And it's specifically formulated just for them. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
There could be an isolated snow shower this morning. Afternoon highs hit the 30s. We'll hit the 40s again by tomorrow. This is Fox 31's Pinpoint Weather Meteorologist, Jessica LaBelle.
If you love stories, listen to Red Pilled America, where this week we answer the question, why are dogs considered man's best friend? By telling the story of our near-death experience with a ferocious canine. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Blake Harris is with us, BlakeHarrisLaw.com, 833-ASK-BLAKE. Now, Blake is our expert when it comes to estate planning, wills, probate, trusts, asset protection trusts, all of that. Hey, Blake. A very simple matter here. If Debbie's husband died last week and she has his truck, it's titled to him. Is it complicated to get that in her name? Does she have to go through a probate?
Sorry, provided the value is under $70,000 in value, so most cars are worth under $70,000 in value. No, you do not have to go to probate to transfer a car.
How would she do it?
You can use a small estate affidavit and then take that to the DMV, let them know who you want to transfer the car to, and then you can transfer it without getting probate letters.
Okay. A small estate affidavit. And then anything over $70,000 has to be probated if title will change hands, right?
Correct. And anything in any real estate, even if it's just $1. So any real estate or any asset over $70,000 or any estate over $70,000.
If there's not a beneficiary, right?
Correct. If the property is in a trust, if there's a beneficiary designation, it stays outside of probate. But if there's not a joint owner, there's no successor beneficiary. If the estate is worth more than $70,000, you do have to open probate. Or if there's more than $1 real estate, you have to open probate.
Okay. But there are ways, Blake, to make sure most of your property, I'm not talking about really rich people or people with a lot of stuff, but with a home, a car, and different things, bank accounts, you can probably arrange it so all of it is passed on automatically at death, right?
That's the smart thing to do. It will save your family a lot of time, money, and headache in the long run.
Yep, and that's BlakeHarrisLaw.com, 833-ASK-BLAKE. Debbie, a small estate affidavit can be downloaded from the internet.
Okay.
It's got to be a Colorado small estate affidavit. Now, if you can't, you can go to the clerk and get one. But when you get that, you fill it out. It's very simple. And then you take the death certificate, you take that, and you take the title. And you go to motor vehicle and have it switched over.
Okay.
And then she calls JFR Cars if she wants to sell it, Tom,
I think
after
consignment on JFR Cars is the safest. They'll take care of everything for you.
And I'll tell you what, this is the best time you can sell a vehicle. If you don't need to replace it, you're going to get top dollar.
Yeah, Debbie, things are selling.
That's why I figured I better kind of hurry up and do it while it's a good time.
What were you going to say, Jeff?
I was just going to say, especially a pickup right now. They're next to impossible to get a good running pickup out there right now.
Wow. And
and Rod will get you top dollar.
Yeah, Rod will get you. How many miles on this?
It's about 70,000, I think.
And it's in good shape?
Oh, yeah. It's perfect. It's in perfect shape.
Debbie, was your husband overweight or compromised in any way?
He was about 30 pounds overweight.
Never realized that, there's so many people that it just strikes like that, and there's no rhyme or reason. They just get the hell knocked out of them.
Well, and I, within, after he had it for about a week, he was, I had to take him to the ER because he could tell he was not doing well, and he was starting to hallucinate, and it was going to his brain, and he didn't know who he was or where he was. And
was he vaccinated out of curiosity?
No.
Uh-huh.
But I took him to the ER, and 6 hours later they sent him home. And about 24 hours later, I had him back there again. And he was so crazy. He said he was there. He was with Grubhub, and he was there to deliver their dinner. And then he figured out where he was, and he ran, and they wouldn't make him stay. And the security, I had to call the police, and they finally got him to come in. And
oh my God, Debbie!
Yeah, and 4 days later, he was dead, just like that.
Well.
So no, I have his truck. I have his motorcycle.
Hold on. Now his motorcycle is going to be the same thing, Debbie. You got to do that small estate affidavit for that stuff, okay?
Okay.
Get it all. What else do you have? You have the motorcycle and the truck. What else?
Well, we have our house. So
now, how is the house the house is titled in both your names, right?
Right.
Yeah, most likely that goes straight to you automatically. What else do you have?
I can't think of anything else major right now.
Okay. And how about bank accounts? Both of your names?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did he have life insurance?
Yes, and I'm working on that, but it hasn't even moved an inch.
Let us know if you need help with that. Who's the company? Who's the underwriter?
New York Life.
They're not bad. That's a good company. Okay.
How about pensions or Social Security?
Yeah, what did he do for a living, Debbie?
Well, he was a veterinarian.
Okay, so, my goodness.
So
does he have a practice, Debbie? Debbie, does he have a practice?
No.
What did he do it out of a truck, or was he not practicing?
He was called what we call a relief veterinarian. So he filled in at different clinics when they needed days off.
Okay, gotcha.
And so finally, I have gotten through to Social Security. That's been the most frustrating thing.
Now, with Social Security, how old are you? Did you say?
We are both 60, but I get survivor benefits.
Yeah,
so,
you get survivor benefits when you turn of age.
Yeah, well, I think, they told me what I was going to get per month, and we both just turned 60, so I think I'm getting survivor benefits.
No, I don't think you will at 60. You will get them, the youngest you can get them is 62, and it's usually 66 and a half. And here's the deal. Survivor benefits, people mistake what it is when it comes to spouses. What it is you are entitled to half of what his benefit would be, or your benefit, whichever is more.
They can start at 60 with survivor benefits.
The wife can, if he was 60, Mark? If he was 60? I don't know. I mean, I'm not disputing that. Did you look that up?
Will Blake know? He's on 6.
Oh, let's ask.
Ask him.
Maybe, but Blake, do you know anything? Do you know anything about survivor benefits?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I don't know much about Social Security.
Yeah, we need to figure
It says right here, this is Social Security Administration, SSA.gov. The earliest a widow or widower can start receiving Social Security survivor benefits is age 60. That's 71.5%. It's 62, 81%. It's 65, 95.3%.
But if the person...
It's not talking about whether or not he's of age. It's just talking about exactly what I read.
But his amount at 60 would be severely cut back at 60 because they calculate it based on your quotas of working, and unless he stopped working and he was retired anyway. So in other words, they already told you what you're going to get, and so they know more than me. I just didn't realize. I thought survivor benefits kick in when you turn of retirement age. I did not. Now, I know for children that's different. When they're minors, they get survivor benefits. I did not know widows get or widowers get it.
Now, wait a minute. This says full retirement age for survivors born between 45 and 56. Yeah, 1945.
But not for survivor. It didn't say for survivor.
It doesn't say, no.
No, because it said the earliest they can get it is 60 years old.
Yes.
Okay, so that must be, this is what's amazing to me. Social Security, we wanted an expert from the Social Security Administration. So we called their public information department and said, could we have a contact here for when we have questions on Social Security? Now, their job is public information, right? We call Social Security. Suze gets in touch with them and writes an email. We would like someone at Social Security. We can ask questions when we have questions on our show. They write back, we respectfully decline. Now, their public information officers at Social Security, their only job is to talk to the media and to publicize their services and to clarify their services. We asked, could you have someone available to answer our questions? They said, we respectfully decline. What the hell does that mean? So I want you to know that the Social Security office in Denver is staffed by a bunch of morons. And they are stupid. They have no service ethic, and they don't care about you. Just so you know that. Their public information office says, we respectfully decline. Basically, here's what they're saying. We respectfully decline to give out information to the public when they need it. No, we respectfully decline, Mr. Martino. And I wrote them a scathing letter saying, you respectfully decline. You work for me. You work for these people. What do you mean you respectfully decline? So, Suze, whatever happened with that? Because I'd like...
You wrote them, remember?
Yeah,
and
they
then
never
I think
wrote
they
back.
wrote you. Did they write you back?
I don't think they did. No. And here's the thing. I'd like to put somebody on it and say, how do you have a public information office that respectfully declines to make public information? Hello? Does that, and if you guys get a chance, I urge you to call Social Security. I urge you to call.
Oh, Tom, they came back with, well, most of the information is on our website. You can find all the answers there.
Why do they even have a job?
Exactly.
Why do they even have a job? But Social Security lists a public information office, yet they respectfully decline to answer questions.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Now, Dan Kaplan.
If you get a minute, Tom, I have two quick follow-ups on these guys. We're good. What's that? I said, we're good. Cool.
Okay, you have follow-ups?
Yeah.
Red Hills America. Traffic on I-25 back up to posted limits now or above between Thornton and the Castle Rock area, so that certainly is an improvement over earlier. There is a crash.
How big a correction we see Bitcoin going through this time?
What's it going through now?
It's down. Oh, it's 47 and change.
I wonder if I should buy it if it ever got to 30.
If it ever goes to 30, I'm gonna. I would buy it. I would buy it at 30 for sure. If it ever goes to 30, I'd be scared that it's actually going to keep going down.
Yeah, 30 is a little low.
It was at 36 months ago.
38, 37, 38.
It's been cruising 40 to 50 for so long. That's what we're getting all the support.
Well, there's like new support numbers, even Doge, all these are Ethereum's under 4. Yeah, all these numbers are kind of key numbers.
But at least go get me some more Doge. Just for the hell of it.
We got a taste of winter today, and of course, people call
and want their furnaces checked and cleaned and fixed, and Fix-It's doing that. They're not raising their prices. For those who've never had it done before, they want to show you what they can do. $39 to come today and fix your furnace. Well, now listen, if they fill up, it'll have to be tomorrow or something, but fixmyhome.com, fix it 24/7, just $39 for new customers or customers who haven't had it done, a complete refurbishment, cleaning, and adjustment of your furnace for just $39 with a no breakdown guarantee. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. I want you to think about giving this as a gift card for a core scan. It takes 15 minutes. And when I say core scan, it's the core, it's a carotid artery. An ultrasound scan with a handheld device takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. You don't have to take any clothes off, no gowns. You just sit down in like a dental chair. This is incredible. You can give it as a gift for just $150. And this is the most accurate, low-cost diagnostic method available for diagnosing heart disease and risk of stroke. It's not like they're not all made the same. This one specifically detects soft plaque, which is the biggest risk factor. And here's the best news. There's something you can do about it. You can stop it in its tracks and even reverse it. Get your gift card, print it out right now, or have it emailed to someone. Corescans.com. Corescans, C-O-R, no E, corescans.com.
Are you one of the million? You guys always say this. Talib, you've said this 100 times. But you can just go look at the pricing. On July 20th, it was $29,789.
For how long?
I have no idea. It's just, that's what it was.
That's amazing.
It's the most volatile motherfucker I've ever seen.
It's insane.
Okay, now watch this. Have you guys noticed the gas is down about
this is
50
basically
cents?
1 year.
No, that's year to date. That's the year to date. I would say 3 months ago I was paying $3.49, at the discount place. What I'm saying 288. Is it gets down here, it gets in that zone there. Really? I don't. In my area, all the gas stations above there. 288. You got it down on Thursday. Your port support. Or Monday, I should say, to 288.
The problem I see with this is you have one big wallet that is just completely fucked, and everybody loses their money. It's over. It's just over. The fucking Russians, the North Koreans. I mean, any of these motherfuckers.
Okay, so my question is then.
What's that wallet you have?
No, my question.
They halted trading on fucking some cryptocurrency. What's the one you have? I read the whole story the other day.
I have 4 wallets.
Well, what's the main one that you
use? Which is where I was
suggest?
going. Okay. I have 4 wallets, which is where I was going. Okay, I spread my stuff out so that if I have a wallet that's acting stupid, or if I have a company that I'm kind of not feeling really, that I'm working with them. Okay, and my stable coin is sitting over here, unencumbered. In fact, it's in a cold fucking wallet.
There was one that you couldn't even trade for like 10 days. People lost their ass off.
Robinhood. Now you're talking. That's that Robinhood thing.
That's when they were going through with that movie theater stuff. What was the movie theater? AMC.
No. I'm talking about. This was last week. What's the biggest wallet there is?
Coinbase.
That's it. It's Coinbase.
Trumpliant is approved for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Emerge Trumpliant. Trumpliant can help reduce joint symptoms in 24 weeks.
They got an awful lot of information about everybody.
They got both
results may vary.
But
Trumpliant is taken by injection with 0 and 4. And then every 8 weeks, following the 2 starter doses,
they're going to have to
that's 6 doses a
legitimize
year.
some of it.
By prescription only. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
But
Trumpliant
it's going to
increases the
ruin the
risk of
body.
infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of
It's
infection.
just like when you have like regular money or stocks or something. You can convert it
if you had a vaccine or plan to.
so quickly.
Trumpliant. Emerge
I mean,
Trumpliant.
instantly.
To learn more,
And
call
it's just fucking crazy, man.
1-877-578-3577.
And there's something backing it. You know, it's not gold anymore, but at least the U.S. government's backing the dollar. We know a dollar can buy
Bitcoin. You know, no one knows exactly how Bitcoin started.
I know.
No, they do know how it started.
Well,
they do know how it started. They don't know who started.
Are you talking about that fictitious person that nobody can find? Which no one has ever seen.
No, but what I'm saying is true, Tom. We don't know who started.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the motherfucker that started it could have some grand scheme to liquidate it, and no one would fucking know if he built it into the system.
It is weird. No one
would know.
started.
No one would know. And don't say you know his original code. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Bitcoin going down a bit. What is it down to? What is it, like 47? Kevin, 47? Thou? And, what was his highest recently? 80? No? 60-something? And the low this summer, it went down to 29 or 30.
29.
That would have been a good time to buy, maybe. But, I mean, it just scares the hell out of me. You got a wallet, and then you don't. What do you do? Who do you call? Nobody cares. That one guy, he had a wallet, then he didn't. No one is helping him. No one. So, if your house gets robbed, you used to be able to get help. Okay, I get it. Maybe now it's not. But at least there was someone to call, right? But if your cyber wallet gets hacked or stolen, no one to call, no one cares, no one to do anything about. No one will do anything about it. Let's talk to Mark. Okay, so Mark, this hub, okay, man, they said they replaced that hub, they charge you for it, you have an invoice. Then you go to the second shop, they pull that hub off, and you have it, and you show it to them, and you send us a picture. And he said that's not a hub. Well, then that guy's a moron, too, because he doesn't know what a hub is. That is a hub. So,
I know.
I mean, we can call the guy and say, hey, we got a picture of a hub you supposedly replaced. You charge him for a hub. Does it say hub on your invoice?
Absolutely.
Then we need to call this guy and tell him he needs to refund that part of your money, or, unless he can explain what he did for the money. Does it say hub? What does the invoice actually say? Do we have the invoice?
You have the invoice.
We have the invoice too. Is that with the picture of the hub? I'd like to know what the...
Yeah, it says replace both side front wheel bearings and left front wheel hub.
Then there's no question. I get it. There's no question about it. Yep. That guy said he's going to do the hub. He didn't do the hub. And when you said that, he said, no, I did the hub.
Yeah, well, he said that was not a hub, or that I don't know.
That's not the hub I did. I did the other hub.
Well, no, it was all the left hub, but he said...
No, the other left hub.
Yeah, exactly, the other left hub.
I emailed the invoice.
Was I standing in front of the car behind?
So this is crazy.
Did the new hub fix his problem? You know, he said he took it to Big O.
That's a good question.
What Big O did fix the problem.
Good.
Okay, if he won't cooperate with us, then we need to do a small claims court thing, man. I don't see how you lose.
Either that, or if he paid by credit card, it can just list it down as fraud.
Hold on. Did you do credit card? Because it is fraud.
Yes, we did.
Okay, that's what I would do. There you go. You do that's what you do, man.
That's not going to... I bet it doesn't work, though.
What do you mean?
The guy's going to say, I did it. Here's the receipt that he signed. What are you
going to do? Let's have Ken call.
He's got photos. He's got everything.
The guy doesn't know. He thinks he's...
No. We're going to call him, too. Let's let Deputy Smarty Pants call him. Isn't Deputy Smarty Pants listening?
I think so.
And we have a picture of a hub. Let's let him call. All right, you hold on, Jackie, about this contractor. We're going to come back to you and more coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
Have you ever had anybody try to go after your credit card charge that they signed and you lost? Ever?
No, I lost?
No. Yeah, that you lost, that you had a signed signature on. Not one time in probably 20 million transactions at the Goodyear did I ever lose one right.
One of them right now is because the car had another failure after that.
Do you have a signed signature?
No, because I have the chip card.
Oh, okay.
So they come out without the signature on it.
Yeah,
but that's how they're going to go there. Visa was still fighting on his behalf, but I had to prove my case. Now, if he pushes it one more time, and that's the other thing that Visa and MasterCard and all these have done now, now if we go past the second point in the resolution, it's $500 just to talk.
A quick rundown of all the news.
Pay for an arbitrator.
Subscribe to Buck Sexy Podcast on the iHeart app or wherever.
Or you just
have to pay for an arbitrator if you go into the third level.
Joe Lazara is a criminal defense
attorney. I hope you never need, but I'm going to tell you something. You never want to shop for one when you do need them because you're under too much pressure. Joe Lazara can take care of DUIs and other things, and I don't mean take care of them like sweep them under the rug. He can represent you and get you through the system, because sometimes if you make a mistake like that, you have to face what's coming. In other cases, you might be falsely accused, or there's something else wrong with the case. Joe Lazara will give you a tenacious defense with flat rate pricing, free initial consultations. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. TheArtOfGranite.com for your kitchen countertops, and he'll do the bathroom free when you do the kitchen, and he'll tear out and haul away free, plus give you prices on the phone. He is proud of what he does. TheArtOfGranite.com, he's proud of the value, so you get prices on the phone. Tear out and haul away, as I said, is free, which is a major deal. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. You know, I really love GenesisSolarCO.com. Genesis has given a respect to the solar industry because it's a well-established company with Mark Szymanski, Genesis Total Exteriors, and he went into solar and found a manufacturer that will guarantee parts for 30 years. Think about it. 25 years. So 25 years. And production 25 years. And this comes direct in writing from the manufacturer. 303-474-4317. That's where you call to get an evaluation. They don't have to visit your house. In 20 minutes, they can tell you if you're a good candidate. 303-474-4317.
Maybe you have a loved one who forgets routine.
if it takes too long, if it takes more work, they'll charge you more. If you see,
What is if you win?
then you can turn around and sue the guy for arbitration money.
But I'm saying, so he wouldn't pay the
He has
arbitration?
to pay the arbitration also.
Yeah. Well,
if you win.
And then if you want your arbitration money back, you have to turn around and sue the guy.
You can also learn more. But these chip cards are complicated because we had one. We ended up getting his card back, and that's how we got our money. But he came in with his girlfriend's card. Slides
That's
in,
right. And she didn't authorize it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, did you see that Demarius Thomas died at 33 years old?
Yeah, that was tricky.
They said it was probably a seizure in the shower.
He was a football player.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver.
Remember, he was a wide receiver for a long time.
he used to be in this building.
Yeah. He had a bad car wreck.
He did the 760 show when it was whatever the fuck it was. Remember they had the Broncos show for a while? He'd be in. Shit, I seen him and talked to him in the elevator 25 times.
So he's 3 years old.
Was.
I wonder if it was more of a brain aneurysm.
He had seizures from that car accident he had a couple of years ago, and they think it was medically related to that.
Doesn't the NFL, when any one of their players dies pretty much, don't they do a brain scan now, or is that like...
Well, this one's going to be different, though, because there was another medical event that happened.
I don't think the NFL wants to. Why would they want to document their danger?
I thought that's what they were doing. It was part of some lawsuit.
Because of a lawsuit, because of the
Traumatic brain
traumatic
injury.
brain
Yeah.
injury.
Will Smith,
yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah, good movie.
I'm gonna watch that.
Hey, Mark, I caught up on Yellow Jackets last night. I'm hooked.
Don't say anything. I haven't.
I just got addicted.
How about the girl? She's pretty good.
I'm not saying anything. I don't want
She's
to.
pretty fucking good.
What? It's called Yellow Jackets.
Okay,
It's a good show.
It's really good.
You know who turned out? She ain't that good looking, and she used to these.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis.
Fuck man, she is ugly as fuck in that show.
Yeah, Lewis. She didn't age well.
No, but she, like a natural born killer, she wasn't pretty, but she's outright ugly.
You know what I love? Holy shit, true story.
Yeah, that was wicked.
What's that about?
That was wicked.
I didn't believe that was. I didn't finish it.
Oh, well, keep on watching.
What's it about? Kevin Hart plays the lead.
Kevin Hart.
Oh, I've seen that.
He gets in trouble. He tries to cover it up the wrong way.
Wesley Snipes is his brother.
Yeah.
What's it on? And what's it called?
True story. Oh, man.
Did you ever get Starlink over your place?
Now those fuckers. Now it's 2022 mid-year.
Oh, I got mine.
Wait, what is it? What is it? An antenna?
It's internet.
No, it's an internet. It's a radar.
It's basically like a satellite.
Yeah.
But is it line of sight?
Yeah, but Mark,
Well, you have to have clear vision.
No, it's low. The satellites are right in our orbit.
Oh, okay.
The one guy who's got the beta one in our neighborhood said it kicks ass, but it's not available everywhere yet.
I can't put it on Bluetooth.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Jackie's got a comment, a contractor billing issue, and Stan's got a comment on Social Security. Let's take that, and then I'll get back to the others. Go ahead, Stan. What is your comment on Social Security?
The employees at Social Security are not allowed to give you any information as far as what your benefits are or what they can do.
Okay. Stan, I was talking about the public information, the public relations office who gives out information every day to the media. We're not asking about a benefit. We were asking for them to help us talk, for example, how old do you have to be to get full benefits? How old do you get partial benefits? What interest rate do benefits accrue at? How old do you have to be to get survivor benefits? We're talking about general Social Security questions. Their entire purpose of that office is to disperse information. So I don't know what you mean they're not allowed to give out information.
If you don't know what you need when you go in there to talk to them,
okay, you're talking about the okay. Now I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the people at the counter who talk to the people every day.
Yeah, because on my situation, my wife is on disability, and I didn't know that I could get spousal benefits until I went to a seminar about retirement, and they came back and said, okay, you need to do this and this and this. And one of those things was apply for spousal benefits. I could have done that 6 years ago.
Now
And
tell us
I
your
didn't know.
situation. Tell us your situation. Your wife was on disability?
She still is.
Okay, how old is she?
She is 62 and a half.
And you're saying 6 years ago you could have gotten spousal benefits because your wife is unable to work?
Right, I'm 69.
Oh, okay. Well, now, does it matter how old you are to get those spousal benefits?
Yes, it does.
How old?
I could have started when I was 62 and 62.
Okay, you couldn't have gotten spousal benefits before that?
No, that's what they're telling me.
Okay, so you started getting spousal benefits at 62, and how
No,
did they?
I'm not.
But what was the spousal benefit? Was it half of what she normally would get, or all of it, or what?
It was like $350.
And was it based on what? Was it based on her work history?
Yes.
And what about you? Were you getting your full Social Security at the time?
No, I'm not drawing Social Security yet. I'm still working.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. That's weird.
And I'm not going to start drawing mine until next year, and then she can draw off mine at half of my rate.
That's right. That's right.
But unless if I hadn't gone to this seminar, and they told me about these things, and they said, okay, and here's,
No, I know. You wouldn't have known about it. But I'm wondering, would they go retroactive on that stand? Would they go retroactive at all or not?
Yeah, they could back it up a year. That's the max.
All right. Well, thank you. Jackie, what's going on with your contractor? Billing issue?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I hired a contractor in July of 2020 to replace some steel panels on my pole-type barn buildings.
Yeah.
And to repair other hail damage.
Okay.
And in going through the
How did
invoices,
you find the contractor, Jackie?
he was recommended by a friend.
And
who
you
had
said
had
this
good
was
luck
back
with-
in 2020.
Yes, uh-huh.
And did he ever finish the job?
There's still some things that need to be done that I have paid for, and he didn't do it. And he's taken most of the money to pay for
All
what
right.
he's
How much
already
was
done.
the contract for?
Well, the actual contract was for $9,586.
Okay, so out of the $9,500, how much have you paid him?
Oh, way more than that.
Well, why would you have paid more than the original contract?
Well, he would do some other work, and then I would pay him as he goes. He told me it was
I get it.
60.
So how much have you
$65 an
paid full?
I don't know that amount either.
Like, was
I
it
gave-
11, 12, 13, 20? Any idea? Just a guess of like
probably around 15,000.
Okay.
I'm not positive.
Okay, no, I get it. Now, and he has not finished the work yet.
Well, there are things that, like some porch lights that he put on, that quit working, and they were only like less than a year old, and he got them at Costco. I found out.
Well, what's the issue right now? You said you had a billing issue. Did you pay him in full yet?
Yes, he's paid off. Yes.
Okay, then what is the issue right now that we can help you with?
Well, I need your help to determine if I was correctly charged for the steel roof panels.
Okay, let's say you weren't. What do you mean by correctly charged? That's what I mean.
You were correctly charged if you paid what you agreed to pay him.
Right. See, how do we tell? What do you mean by correctly charged? That he didn't overpay? That he didn't overcharge you?
Well, let's say he ordered more material for my job than I needed, and
then put it on another job. Okay, But would he be stupid enough to put down the amount of material ordered, the extra stuff on your invoice?
Well, I don't really have an invoice. That's the problem. I don't
then
know
how do
what
we
he did.
tell what? Jackie, I don't understand. If you don't have an invoice, how do we compare what he bought and was delivered to your property?
I emailed you everything.
Just hold on, Jackie, and we'll try to figure this one out. And the time to do this, of course, is not after you pay him, but we'll try to take a stab at it. And more coming up.
so when you get your dish, it's only about that big.
Right, when you get what?
For the Starlink?
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, it's only about that big. It comes with just literally like a tripod pedestal. You put it on, so it stands about 2.5 feet off the ground. When you fire it up, it actually turns and articulates, so it faces the sky, and then it tries to follow around and watch for the satellites.
Where'd you put your?
So right now, I'm trying to move it because I'm so heavily wooded. I'm not getting to.
I'd have a problem. I'd have a problem exactly like that.
So, I mean, I got a hole that goes with your house or your barn. Yeah, it comes with its own cable. It comes with its own router. You just run it into the house. So I mean, I bought this 6-foot extension pole from them so I can get it up higher. But I'm probably going to put it up on my deck temporarily because I can't put it on the roof. I'll have 2.5, 3 foot of snow on that roof.
Did you text me? Oh, I didn't even think of that.
But it supposedly had a heating element on it.
Oh, then maybe it would be fine on
But, well, it's mine though, because I will have 2 feet standing on the base.
I'm sorry, could you text me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It wouldn't work on my phone. It's way shorter than my house. It'd be way too covered with trees.
Okay, yeah, the barn is loaded. I keep forgetting because I walk, when I walk in the bottom of the yard, everything is up.
Yeah.
The U.S. Supreme Court refused to block the text.
Anybody watch the football game last night?
Which bans most abortions in the
At
state.
the end of it, which was the best part.
Yeah, the first half, it looked like it was going to be 73-0. It was like unbelievable. 2 different halves. It was crazy.
Chief Justice Roberts asked the
It went 29-0 in the first half.
Oh, I had a fucking teaser on that. So I could lose, Steelers could lose by 10 points, and it had to be over 38. So at halftime, I turned the fucking game off. Said, this is fucked. At 10:15 at night, I looked on my phone just for the hell of it. Fucking won. Couldn't fucking believe it. 8-point game, and it was over like 50-something.
Right.
I wish I saw it now. Every bit of the game I saw sucked.
Well, if you're betting on it, but if you're just wanted to watch games for entertainment, right? Wasn't it great? Was it fun to watch?
But you want to definitely take Minnesota in the second half, which is what I did. Survivors says you got Steelers plus 13.
Oh no, I'm saying if you want to bet.
Is that what you did?
But they've done that every game.
They did it last fucking week, big time, man. In fact, they should have won.
They haven't won a game by more than 7 points yet this year. Who has? Minnesota Vikings.
ABC's Zerving Chuck.
Well, not only that, the Steelers are a fucking third quarter team, man.
Sam Jamal was sitting behind the passenger and says the conflict started about an
All right, so here's the question: can the fucking Broncos beat a 1-10 team on Sunday?
Yeah.
1-10?
Detroit is coming in. They're 1-10.
Can they beat them?
Can the Broncos beat the teams at 1? What?
They're having a bad time.
You know, someone's saying they should get Kirk Cousins after this, but he's 33 years old. You don't want a 33-year-old.
You get an offense coordinator for a team that didn't have an offense and sign him to your team. And now we don't have an offense. So.
Right. I think they need to fire Sherman.
Yes.
We've got
Two special teams coach. The special teams has hurt them in every game. And he still has a job.
So we've got 2 great running backs. We have 3 good receivers, a great tight end. I was telling Tom, every other team really utilizes their tight end effectively. Fans is a great. They don't utilize it.
I want to know the name of the place that said he did that.
Yeah, I never heard the name.
It's the hub.
You said it was an invoice.
Oh yeah, I got
it. It should be on the
We
invoice.
got pictures.
And her mom used to call her. And her mom, well, you get the idea. Vicks Vapor Rub's always been there. It always.
So I went to pay Tony last week with a check.
I know.
Paycheck.
But you know what, that's me, because I said, dude, never call me. If my mother is standing in front of you wanting to write a check, tell her so sad, we don't take checks. Because I don't want it, it's just blanket, so. And anymore, nobody writes checks.
Doc does.
I do, yeah. But I did put on my credit card.
No, that's cool. No, checks are hassle.
Joyce Benjamin Albright says the former star wide receiver's medical problems stemmed from a car accident a couple of years ago.
There's a contract. What is she, fucking stupid? What does she mean there's no contract?
She is stupid.
Here's a fucking contract right here. And she signed it.
She doesn't understand. Half these people don't understand.
It's a proposal and an acceptance. That's what she has, which is a contract.
This year, after playing a couple of seasons with the Texans and Jets after his Broncos career,
Well, and also they have any complaints about the work. She just feels she may have overpaid.
Instrumental part
Is that her question?
championship
You
runs
can't overpay if you agree to it. I mean, you charge
Well, her question was
what
a
it should be.
question over the material.
What do you want me to do?
The Broncos Boys and Girls Club. Team says Demarius'
My
humility,
friend.
warmth, kindness, and infectious smile will always be remembered. That's the latest. I'm Connor Shreve.
Now, impact traffic. This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Biscuit Sandwich.
So
Just
far,
$1.
there's one other person on that hill
A
that
small
has
tanker
Normal.
truck had rolled on its side with a fuel spill.
70 and
down
20.
the ramp from westbound C470 to Santa Fe, so you get your favorite alternate to access Santa Fe there, maybe County Line Road.
Was that when you get
Also,
storms and stuff come in, you'll kind of fade in and out?
I don't know. I haven't been able to get decent enough reception and really be able to use it. I ordered a pole so I can extend it and hopefully get it up at least.
Do they sell the pole?
Yeah, plus $65.
Do they,
How tall is it?
I want to say it's 6 foot.
It's 32. With your
I would have got it in the back of the truck, taking it up and then mounted on the side of the deck.
Wendy's knows a better breakfast starts with a better biscuit. That's why you can get a hot and buttery Wendy's breakfast biscuit with bacon or sausage, fresh cracked eggs, and cheese for just $1. Get your Wendy's Buck Biscuit Sandwich today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you might be kicking yourself in the head. Rates are at historic lows, so take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 2.375 rate and APR with no closing costs on a 15-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years. Even if you've refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how you can save up to thousands of dollars a year. This amazing 2.375 rate and APR won't last long. New Fast Track loan process can get it done in record time. So call today, 844-425-3669.
I would have to get online and find out. It's got to be better than Q's now.
844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in
that
the history of
is
mankind.
promising
Call us
me
at 844-425-3669.
greater than 1.2.
And we're still considered beta testing. They're only allowing so many admissions per school.
Some days I bang out at 900 solid, and most of the time it works around 6 or 7. So that's actually pretty cool.
And treat it as we do every other
Garbage, I
serious
guess.
public health threat. Join me.
Nobody wants these. On a snowy day.
It's the Troubleshooter Show.
Oh, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome. We are here to help you solve problems, to answer questions, and to take complaints. And this hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank will do market valuations of your home free for the asking, detailed, multi-paged measurements, photos, comparables. It'll tell you what your house will actually sell for based on Frank's 27 years of experience. It's free. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. No obligation to hire. But you couldn't find someone better to list. But hey, let's move on. Jackie, I looked at all of your stuff, all of your contract. Now, you did have a contract. You had an original proposal for which you accepted. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
Yeah, you did. And then I saw your claims here. What you can't do is after you've accepted a proposal and he started work and you start this and start paying, what you do is, you put down things like, were 60 steel panels needed for my project? Was $9,500 a fair price? Then you go down and say, Costco charges $39 for each light. You charge $165 each. You can't do that. I mean, it's too late. What you can do on your, I see your objections, paint and replace door, $530. If it was never done, you shouldn't have to pay for it. So what you need to do is know how he applied your payments. because you do deserve refunds for stuff not done. Screen on garage, never done, $152. What does he say about the stuff he has not done? Let's forget about the other issues. Let's just go to the low-hanging fruit. He did not do the work, and you have proof of payment. What does he say about those items?
He doesn't even communicate anymore for the past almost a year. I haven't heard from him. He doesn't answer anything. He doesn't answer my phone calls.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Why'd you wait so long to call us?
Well, my insurance agent had my invoices for quite a while because he was going through things, and I just got them back in August. And so I started going through them then. And
I really think it's, after a year, to go back to a contract and try to question each and everything. I would, if I were you, though, I would sue him for breach of contract and add up all the stuff he didn't do. But if you start adding in things that you don't agree with or things you think he overcharged, the judge is going to throw you out. What you need to do is stick to the easiest thing you can get, and that is all of the stuff he didn't do. Because if he didn't do it, he didn't do it. But just to say, I want this or I don't think this was fair, I mean, it's all done. It's a year old. It's too late. So I would get small claims court, add up all the stuff he did not do, simple breach of contract. Your Honor, he didn't do the work, period. I mean, if you don't do the work, you don't do the work. This is very interesting. Chris says he had a car repossessed 11 years ago. Are they coming after you for a deficiency now?
Well, what they said is there's a judgment that was entered in 2010.
Okay, when was it repossessed?
It was repossessed in 2009.
Okay, and here's what happened. With a repo, they take the car, they're supposed to sell it on the open market, not to a friend, wink, wink. It's supposed to be for market value. They then apply whatever they get to the loan and legal bills and repo expenses. Then a deficiency, if there's not enough to pay that off, a deficiency is filed against the borrower, which is you, and that would be logically in 2009 and in 2010. What judgment did they file then? What kind of judgment? How much was it for?
From this paperwork, it's $15,000.
Wait a minute. Hold on. They repoed your car. How much did you owe on your car?
I think it was about that, about 10, 12 grand.
Okay, you owed 12 on your car, right?
Yep.
And they repossessed it. So,
correct.
With repossession charges, now, had you paid down the 12 grand at all? No, you owed 12. So with 12 plus repo, it could be 15, and legal fees, it could easily be 15,000. But then they sell the car, and they're supposed to diminish that. So what I need to know is, what is the? Oh wait, if they. Yeah, they would have to bid something on that car.
Tom, I emailed you his paperwork too.
And it's just one of those things where somebody bought the debt for $1 or something.
No, but on a repo, they add up all the debt he owes. So let's say it comes to 15, or let's say it comes to 20. Sure. Now they sell the car, and they apply it to the debt, and the deficiency is for the difference. His deficiency is 15 grand. Was 15 grand filed 1 year after the repo, 15 grand judgment, or is that what it is now?
No, that was what they filed. Now it's $51,000 because of interest.
Jesus. By the way, I'm going to give you some very bad news, Chris.
We're in the wrong biz.
I'm going to give you some very bad news. And that is, if you had a car repossessed in 2009 and there was a deficiency, okay, that thing should have been paid for. And even if they sold it to a friend for $1, and even if the judgment is total horse crap, it's too late now. It stands. You can't challenge that judgment now. That thing's been filed and refiled. So was it a 6-year judgment, do you know?
Yes.
And they renewed it, right? Did they say they renewed it?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I just got these papers. Now it's a revival. They're asking.
That's what. Okay, yeah, they're renewing it. Yeah, they're renewing it.
Now, could they legally do that, even though it's been past? What I found and looked up was auto loans were 4 years for statute of limitations.
No, listen, man. First of all, it's 6 years, and it's from the due date, and you're talking about for collection. Once you get a judgment, you can renew that forever. A judgment is not a bill. It is a bill is an accusation of amounts owed. It's a request. Okay. A judgment is a foregone conclusion. It's a judgment. It's over.
Can he BK out of that?
Yes, he can. You can do a bankruptcy, and I don't know. Do you have a lot of debt?
No.
Well, do you have good income?
It's starting to come back. COVID pretty much killed me.
What kind of work?
I'm self-employed, construction.
Okay, man. There's a lot to be done there now. Hold on. What about? Do you own a home?
No.
Listen, you may want to talk to someone, Chris, about a structured bankruptcy or a 7. I know it sounds crazy to you, but are you going to be able to pay $51,000?
No, not right, no.
And I doubt after 11 years you can fight it. That's just statutory interest, bro. And then revival fees. Yeah, this thing is going to haunt you.
Okay. Can they put it back on my credit if they get it revived?
Oh, sure they can. Well, what do you mean if they get it revived? In order to get it revived, it never died. So I'm hoping, and by my math, that if you probably got a judgment in 2009, 5 years later, 6 years later, in 2015, they did it again, and now it's at 6 years in 2021 and 2021, and they're going to do it again. That's what you're seeing. So when you say revive, that's really not a good word. The better word is they extend it. Okay? Although it's legally called a revival. So, yeah, they can revive that the rest of your life.
Okay, so even though it comes off the credit, it can go right back on.
I don't even know how it came off your credit. I'm amazed it came off your credit. Really, I am amazed. It came off your credit report, even though...
Yeah.
Well...
Yeah, it's off my credit report.
I'm going to look at that revival paperwork. I just want to make sure they're not flim-flamming you. Did they ever say they would take a settlement of any kind?
No, I never even got served with the original...
Okay, too late to dispute that. It's way too late. You could have disputed it back when. But that's a minor thing. A lot of people think if I wasn't served, it's major. Well, it kind of is. They would temporarily suspend that. No, they would dismiss everything if you weren't served. Then these people would just refile and serve you. I mean, it's not so important if you're served, if you really owe the money or you're really guilty. It doesn't really matter because they'll just redo it. Okay? So when people try to get out of service, it just delays things a bit. 303-713-8255.
And makes an offer. Can he still declare bankruptcy, or does that negate the bankruptcy?
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, so you can still declare bankruptcy.
You can file bankruptcy and make a settlement.
Okay.
You can even say...
Well, he should call them up and...
I wouldn't make a payment till I had somebody look into that. Because he may revive his
Hold on.
Save up to 30% for safe driving with Liberty Mutual.
Availability varies. For more information, visit libertymutual.com/right-track.
I know everyone who advertises with me, and you heard me talk about these fellas, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I know him personally, and I know he does the best job that can be ever done on listing and selling a home for more money and quicker than anyone else, and he has stats to prove it. And I don't mean he's faster on every single transaction of everyone. What I mean is market averages. He's way outperforms the market. Also, Frank Duran, the real estate man, will do free market valuations of your home to give you a pretty good idea before you even think about listing. You may never list. You may decide to stay. A free market valuation that'll pinpoint that. Oh, my goodness. He'll base it on 27 years of experience. A detailed report free. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. You know, solar right now, you know what the allure of solar is right now? A lot of people think, solar's old hat. You still have all the tax credits. And here's the thing. Electricity is going nowhere but up. And this freezes your electrical bill for 25 years and probably longer because, the system's still going to work. Now, it's guaranteed for 25 years, all components. The performance is guaranteed. If they don't meet it, they write you a check. So that's from the manufacturer, GenesisSolarCO.com, the same company that brought you Genesis Total Exteriors, or the same people. It's 303. The number for the solar is 303-474-4317.
Colorado friend, are your missing or failing teeth holding you back from the foods you love? At Clear Choice, we understand. Your teeth are an important part of how you look and feel. And it's easier to feel if you food and fun
What kind of car is this?
Yeah, it's only 51 million. I mean,
Clear Choice. Our doctors are leaders in restoring.
Yeah, but I was saying, the old 12 or 13, there was a deficiency with everything. All of a sudden, it fits and everything. So what kind of car was it that left that much of a deficiency?
In the beginning, there wasn't that much of a deficiency. He owed 12, and they added 3. In the beginning.
Yeah, but if they turn around and they sold the car, so if this car was worth 20, and he owed 12.
Oh, I see.
Schedule your free consultation.
You're right. I forget about the sale he did sell.
Get back out there and experience Colorado's amazing.
They probably fucked him over, but unless you protest it back, you can't go back.
No, hell no.
He probably got totally screwed. They're running the shit out of it. Now I'm trying to find this repo paperwork. Here it is. Repo baby. Wait, yeah. So, but this is the recent paperwork. This isn't when it was repoed.
And a very special deal on energy efficient windows. Buy one and get one.
Car connection.
Call for details 303-421-7.
Is anybody else chilly in here?
No, but I like it though.
Okay.
Do you want me to warm it up?
Just a little.
Can you make it a little cooler in here, Tom?
Whatever you do, don't make it hot.
Michael Brown jacks it up to like 80 sometimes.
Are you going to eat pizza, Mark?
Probably not, man. We're going out to eat.
I was on the phone. How did you end it with the repo revival judgment? Are you done with that call, or are you going back to him? Press online, whatever, 3.
I said I would look at the paperwork.
Okay. Oh, so you're going back to
They'll meet with you here in their
You're going to be lucky to get it by 2 anyhow.
He's going back to you. Hang on.
Just the right Medicare-related plan for your needs and budget. Integrity Health Advisors charges you precisely 0, and there is no catch. So get started today at IntegrityHealthAdvisors.com.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Get the week here started with Bucks basketball. Hi, this is voice
Yeah,
of
also
Jones.
red comes out of my shop.
CU battles the Milwaukee Panthers in Boulder. Coverage begins at 7 to 7:30 on KOA 850 AM. 94.1 FM and Radio.
The Denver Museum of Nature and Science proudly presents its newest exhibit.
Hello, you guys
Bubbles
mind?
of the Florida. Explore dozens of habitats
Hello?
of live animals and discover
I don't have
how
my
they
Sam's
adapted
Club
to
card, but I
survive
forgot
by
it's all
slowing
digital, too.
down.
Well, we
Visit
had
MNS.org for more info.
Like when I gas up, I just point my phone. It's pretty cool, man.
Stories,
We have this up on the side of the
Several
years ago, guy had worked for me. He would get stuff that he had bought. Do my account. Or his own account.
The show with the American people storm. Telling inspiring stories of history, sports,
So they first come out to me,
and
but they knew it
more.
was his. Yes, well, it is when you
Subscribe
sign
to the
up for your account,
iHeartRadio
that
app.
doesn't matter.
Or
We were there, we're open Monday through Friday.
Denver's
Until
talk
this
station,
you
630
can use
K-Now.
Jim's truck has a PO.
So they do. So you knew what it was. You knew what to use the account. Yeah.
Tom Martino here, 303-713. Talk. I went through these papers on his judgment. Then they filed everything. I mean, that thing is all buttoned up, Chris. They're reviving a judgment. That's all it is. What kind of car was this? We're curious.
2001 Chevy Tahoe.
Okay. You know what, man? I if it was an 01 Tahoe and 09 and they repossessed it, and I don't know how, owing $12,000, you ended up with a $15,000 judgment. And probably because they thought you wouldn't protest it and you wouldn't go and examine it, you probably did get screwed. You probably, listen, they probably sold it to a friend. They probably offered nothing. They probably put a few bucks against the bill, and you were screwed. But you can't, I'm sorry, it's just too late, man. You just let this go too long. It's totally gone.
Bankrupt.
You were just hoping it would go away, and it went off your credit, and you thought, man, I'm fat and happy, and really, it was just accruing against you. Again, even though you were, I think in my heart you were totally screwed. If you have a deficiency on a car repoed in 09 and it was an 01 Tahoe, you would have gotten a good dollar for that car. And if you owed 12, even if you added 5 to that in legal fees and repo fees, that's 12 and 5, 17 grand. What would that have sold for in 2009? You would have at least gotten 10 grand for it, right? I mean, you know, so I don't know how your judgment, I don't know how the judgment gets filed at 15, but it's too late. It's too late. So this is not doing you any good. I'm just saying that, yeah, we agree with you. You were totally screwed. But now there's a legal judgment against you.
Okay. So
listen, what's that?
I just got to figure out how to get this judgment taken care of. Correct?
Well, the only way you're going to take care of it is to settle it or to bankrupt out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Robert, you say your truck was stolen from an auto mechanic?
Yeah. So
it wasn't Jeff Jolliffe, was it?
I took my truck.
I just want to know something, Robert, quickly. Was it Jeff Jolliffe?
Yeah, it actually was.
No, it wasn't. Mark! Again!
Hey, did he?
No, wait a minute. Do you realize the chances of that? Do you know how many cars? Hold on. We have had, 5 people who've had cars and vehicles there for repair, and they were stolen. I can't believe it. Now, Robert, have you ever called us before?
No, this is the first time.
I thought he told me it was Garcia's Auto Shop. Maybe that's who's across the street.
Wait, is it Jeff Jolliffe?
It's here. Let me look at the last name, but it's because I have his card. It's American Transmission, and when I took it, it was at Garcia's Auto.
That's him. That's him.
Did he get stolen?
Yeah, it got stolen right before I was getting ready to go pick it up.
Oh my God in heaven!
This guy has people driving him to Mexico. Now that's just a guess. But
can you believe?
I don't know what else it could be.
If you go to sleazbrigade.com, no, this is almost a joke right now. I'm telling you, this is almost a joke. I mean,
we had one guy, he agreed to do the warranty work on the air. Jeff came on the air. The next day, the guy went down there and his car was stolen.
Oh, my God. This is terrible.
And guess what the police said? It's a civil matter. This guy, more cars disappear in his shop than anywhere in the world.
Jeff Jolliffe, he's on the front page. He's on the front page of sleazbrigade.com. If you roll down, he's got a big fat pumpkin face with a goatee, and he looks like a biker that is old and retired and fat and hasn't ridden in a while. But this guy is the worst. I mean, think about this. What are the chances of this many people calling us? I just need to do an update on this one. I need to do an update on it. I mean, this is unbelievable to me. So did you call the police?
So he called the police.
Of course, he's on first name basis with him.
I went to go pick it up.
He called police.
I called him up and was like, "Hey, I'm on my way to go pick up my truck." And he's like, "Oh, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Your truck was stolen." And I was like, "Please tell me you're joking, right?" He's like, no. He's like, it was stolen last night. I was like, I talked to you last night, and you said it was okay to come pick it up.
Can you believe this? This is unbelievable to me. Folks, if you're listening to this show for the first time, this is an amazing... I mean, this is amazing to me. I mean, what are the chances? This guy calls me because his truck is stolen, and I say, hey, is it Jeff Jolliffe? Oh, my God, as a matter of fact, it is. Why do you think I know that? Because this guy has done it so many times, it's a joke. It's a freaking joke. I mean, how the hell can this guy get away with it? And I don't understand police don't look into it. He's got some kind of theft ring going on.
Yeah. And what the officer told me is that he's like, and this was, he was just like, you know, he's like, I can't give you any legal advice. He's like, but I can tell you right now, you probably should have never took your truck to this shop because this guy is no good. He's like, I can take care of the municipal part, and you know, we could try to get your truck found. He's like, but he's like, you're probably going to have to sue this guy or take it civilly because he's like, you know, we can't actually pursue him unless, you know what I mean, unless he broke the law somehow, you know, which is a municipal matter. And so I was like, well, I don't even know what my rights are because
they can't prove. They cannot prove. They cannot prove. Yeah. You know, that he had anything to do with it, you know, unless they put an investigator on it and all that.
And so that's why I was just flabbergasted, like, well, what am I supposed to do? And when I talked to Jeff, he was like, well, it's not our fault. You know what I mean? He's like, you didn't check the truck in with us. So, you know, we're not liable. So, you know, I hope you find your truck, but good luck.
Yeah,
that was it.
Oh, my God. You didn't check your truck in. That means you dropped it off there?
So I had a mechanic that I used, this guy Emmanuel. He outsourced to them.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
I got the truck back. And I was driving it for about 4 months.
Right, and then you took it back for warranty work. This is the same story.
Like,
this is how he gets around doing. This is how he gets around doing warranty work. He just has the car stolen. It's. You went back there for warranty work, right?
Yeah, and I didn't know where this guy was or whatever. My mechanic sent me the address. They already told him your situation.
He needs to sue his mechanic that shipped it over there.
Why would your mechanic? Why would he send it there?
He outsourced it because.
But
he
why
said that
there?
They had a good
why
deal.
there?
Probably because he's in cahoots.
Him,
what's that?
But I don't know. You know what I mean? I honestly I don't know why he used them, but
do you have insurance? Do you have insurance on this vehicle?
Because what's that?
Do you have insurance on this vehicle?
Yeah, but I just paid it off, so I dropped it down to liability, so I don't have full coverage. All I have is liability.
What about your mechanic? I'd go after him. You left your car there. You don't have your car anymore.
I talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him, and he said that he's willing to vouch for me that, you know what I mean? Because he's like, he should be liable.
No. Your mechanic, look, you dropped off, all you know is you dropped your truck off at your mechanic's, and you don't have it.
Well, see, he told me to drop it off there because my mechanic is now trying to move to South Carolina.
You dropped it. Hold on. You dropped it off there. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I dropped it off there at Monday morning, the 29th.
Never mind. It's too late, bro. This is terrible. Unless you can get the police to do anything, he's just going to keep stealing cars.
It's amazing.
I mean, it is an amazing thing. So you dropped your car, so he never actually worked on your car.
Supposedly he did. Supposedly he had it fixed. It was there for a week, and I just barely got a hold of him last Friday. And he told me I could come pick it up Monday, Tuesday.
And that's when it was stolen.
I went to go, and that's when I went to go and pick it up was Tuesday after work when he told me Monday that I was able to go pick it up. And then the next day he's telling me it got stolen the night before.
Oh man.
So that's why I'm just
okay. Got it.
So I'm gonna pursue it myself, regardless whether the police help me or not. I didn't know what to do, so I was trying to call, you know what I mean, whoever I could to kind of troubleshoot me in the right direction, because if I have to take him to court, then that's what I'll do, you know what I mean? Because, I'm not just going to let this go.
Listen, man, Too much happens. Too many cars are stolen. This is too much. This is too much. Anyway, we have more coming right up. Hold on.
So, Tom, I got a letter in the mail yesterday from Jefferson County DA. Yes. They're pursuing a case against the guy that stole my car. So they sent me a victim statement. So they're going to prosecute the guy.
Hey,
this report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast Biscuit Sandwich. Just $1.
Get that.
We're looking at a nice flow of traffic.
I don't have on
I-25, both northbound and southbound.
I don't know. This asshole dropped my car off. What's that? I don't know. Casino where the cameras all over the place, and they see him getting out of the stolen car.
Avenue up to full speed, up in the high country. I-70 West.
Unbelievable.
Insane. My son had 2 vehicles stolen within 6 months of each other. Wow. And an attempted third here just about 2 months ago.
Where?
What kind of car? Well, the first one was he had a Chevy Half-Pipe. And we ended up recovering that. Well, I put him into a little Malibu. But we got the truck back.
Wendy's knows a better breakfast
4 months after it was stolen. And of course, the big rattle can was no longer blue, it was white. The guy had been taking miscellaneous pieces off. He was using it for a work truck, but he had been taking miscellaneous things off the truck and selling them, but evidently probably to support his crack habit or something.
The Art of Granite will do countertops for you at wholesale for materials. They charge for fabrication and installation, whether it be granite or any natural stone or man-made, and they give you prices on the phone. The Art of Granite promises to do that work for top quality wholesale materials for a great price that they're so proud of, they give it to you on the phone. Tear out and haul away's free. The bathroom vanity's free when you do the kitchen. All you have to do is call for your price, 303-386-5919.
You know, there's a lot of HVAC companies out there. I want you to write the number to these guys down. These guys will come out and actually fix your furnace if that's all you want done. If you want to buy a new furnace, they will sell you one at the best price out there. It's 888heating.com. You need to write the number down. It's simple to remember. 888-HEATING. Been on the referral list for 15 years. Great company, great price. 888heating.com.
The Sharpest Rides in Englewood wants to keep you safe and worry-free during these times, which is why they are making car buying easier than ever right from your home. You can pick out your car right from the Sharpest Rides website, get credit approved, financed, and they will literally drive your new car right to your front door. It's that easy. The Sharpest Rides is the #1 internet car dealer in Colorado, and you can shop over 1,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs today at thesharpestrides.com. They have cars under $10,000 and even 2020 models, so get shopping today at thesharpestrides.com.
Psoriatic arthritis made my joints stiff, swollen, painful. Tremfya is approved for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Emerge Tremfyant. Tremfya can help reduce joint symptoms at 24 weeks. Some patients reported less fatigue as assessed by survey 1 week prior. Individual results may vary.
Tremfya is taken by injection at weeks 0 and 4, and then every 8 weeks. Following the 2 starter doses, that's 6 doses a year. By prescription only. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of infection, including fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Tell your doctor if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Tremfya. Emerge Tremfyant. To learn more, call 1-877-578-3527 or visit Tremfya.com and talk to your doctor about Tremfya. See our ad in Health Magazine.
If you want to create extra breathing room in your budget, pay less for your home, and possibly save up to $1,000 a month, now is the time to call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky reminding you that mortgage rates are still incredibly low, making it a great time to get an absolutely free mortgage review from American Financing. You will work with a salary-based mortgage consultant, someone who will present custom loan options that can save you up to $1,000 a month, plus tens of thousands of dollars in the long term. It is a no-pressure, no-obligation experience that's focused on you, and you may be able to skip 2 mortgage payments creating even greater upfront savings. So what are you waiting for? It only takes 10 minutes to get started, and you can pre-qualify for free by calling 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or online at AmericanFinancing.net. That's AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Man, I am happy to tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for Team Dave Logan, and that is Troy Hansford. I recommend Troy because he's the only agent that will guarantee to sell your home at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. And the good news, he puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating demand. And right now, he has hundreds of approved home buyers ready to buy. He just doesn't have enough houses. So if you have a house, Troy might have that perfect buyer for you right now. Give him a call, 720-900-4433. Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your
charity. They have those 3/4 ton vans, so they got those wide pipes, got 3 cats on it. We've done that. Chevy twice, and Ford's the 3rd time.
Put cages on them.
Well, we put cages on the Ford this time.
Did you use the cables? We used the
cables. That's the one they wanted to go with. Because the other, I mean, I tell everybody the same thing. They rattle, they make noise, and I'm not guaranteeing it.
Favorite uncles, older sisters, and best friends. Vaccines can help prevent serious illness and death from COVID in more than 1 out of 10 cases. So now almost all COVID deaths are preventable. So are the broken
It just be time consuming. That's the idea. They move on to the next guy.
They just skip, yeah.
At vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Paid for by the
But I don't know
U.S.
why they
Department
don't
of
press
Health
federal
and Human
charges on these
Services.
guys stealing cats.
Stealing cat frame with a
Yeah. Well, I mean, put some teeth behind it. You get 10 years for stealing a cat, and they just stop doing it.
Why should that be a
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Century RV for your RVs, new or used. Great trade-in prices paid. They're up at exit 240 and I-25, right along Frontage Road. You won't get better prices. I'm telling you, on what they sell, they're the most aggressive when it comes to discounts than anyone in the country. CentryRV.com. Now, let's talk. We left off with, let me go to my call screen here. Okay, so the stolen truck at All American Transmissions, otherwise known as Jeff Jolliffe. I'm telling you right now that we have never seen something like this where so many cars and trucks have been stolen. So many. And there's nothing you can do about it. All we can tell you is avoid All American Transmissions. Avoid them. All American Transmissions and Jeff Jolliffe. Where's his location now, Robert? What is his location now?
What's that?
What is his location?
Jeff?
Yeah. Where you went, yes.
92nd and Federal.
92nd. Oh.
Right behind the light shade.
Wait, he's at 9. This is where Jeff Jolliffe is, 92nd and Federal? Okay.
Yeah, it's like Garcia's Auto, which is pretty much right behind the light shade on 92nd and Federal Heights.
Okay, 92nd and Federal. All right. I'm gonna make sure we have that address because that's, let's see where. Yep.
I can give you the actual address if you want.
It's actually, I have it. Okay, never mind. I just want to make sure we had that accurate address. Listen, man, you should go after this guy. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I would go after him if I could. I mean, what do you go after him about? I mean, the police won't do anything. 303-713-8255. Let me take Emily now. Emily, what's going on? Emily, what's happening?
Well, I have a very big right to hate Social Security.
Now, wait a minute. You hate Social Security?
I do. How would you like to go and apply for Social Security, and then they tell you, oh, but you didn't pick Social Security as your retirement? And I said, no, you picked the one that's going to give you the most.
No, wait a minute, Emily. What do they mean? Wait, how old are you?
I'm 83.
Now, why are you visiting Social Security so late?
Well, I went when I could retire back in 52, and they told me I was too young. So I said, fine, I'll wait. So I've been drawing Social Security now since 2020.
Okay, so
But,
since 2020, wait a minute. Why did you wait so long to collect it?
Because they wouldn't let me. I've been denied.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's examine this. You stopped working what year?
I was 52 years old.
52. Okay, that's when you stopped working. You may not have earned enough quarters to get Social Security.
I had worked for 32 years straight in a row.
Okay, and then when you stopped working at 58, did you say it was 58?
No, I retired at 52.
Oh, 52. Well, okay, so at 52 you retired, and then when you turned 5 you went in? When did you first go into Social Security?
I was 70 years old.
That's your first time you went in. Okay, gotcha. Because some people wait for deferred. And then when you went in, they looked at your record. You retired at 52. What did they say? You're not eligible?
Because they claimed that I didn't pay in enough.
That's exactly right, probably. I mean, if you only work that amount of money. But why did they start giving it to you?
Because I got really angry with them, and the lady behind the counter who worked for Social Security told me, "Don't be out here where the other customers are. Follow me." And I went, "Okay."
Yeah, and then what did she do for you?
She said, "You are entitled to $1,300, but Social Security's not going to pay you." And I said,
"Why?"
"Why?" That was my big word. Why? She said, "Because you didn't choose Social Security."
Oh, were you a teacher?
Income.
Were you a teacher, Emily?
Yes.
That's exactly right. That you had para. So
right. But
okay.
Para's not only for teachers.
Yeah, but I don't. But the problem is, Emily, if you had para, you didn't have Social Security.
Yes, but I was working every weekend at the Rocky Mountain Flea Market, and I was earning wages.
Yeah, but that's not enough. That's not enough paid into Social Security. Here's what I need to know, Emily. Did you get your para retirement at least? Did you get that?
Yes, I did.
Good. Then, hold on. On Social Security, you indicated you were getting it, and then it was cut off. Were you getting it or not?
Right.
Okay.
They sent me a letter. Yes, you're entitled to $1,300. But because you didn't choose...
Emily, I'm not... Emily, here's what I'm asking. Did you ever get Social Security benefits ever?
Yes.
For how long?
I still am.
Okay, then what are you calling about?
Well, Tom...
You're getting Social Security and para right now, and you're getting...
She didn't like being called a liar.
You're getting Social Security for the part-time job or for those other jobs you had, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So you're calling today. I thought they were cutting off your Social Security.
No, Tom, but you know how much I'm getting?
How much?
$105.
That seems about right because it wasn't your main line of work. You worked part-time jobs and paid in pittance compared to the rest of us. So $105 plus your para. That sounds about right to me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, but I don't think they're cheating you. Social Security, I don't think cheats people. I don't. I don't think they cheat people.
Well, wait a minute. I need to add something here. When I get the if I should get the $105, I'm not getting the whole amount. They made it mandatory that I pay the government $35 a month in income tax. And they call it voluntary, and I did not volunteer.
Well,
$35.
Emily, listen, your problems I can't solve. Honest to goodness. Now,
Wesley Snipes thought the same thing.
Here's the deal, Emily, okay? They do tax you. They do tax you. And the other part, you probably are getting exactly the amount you deserve. But was there ever a period you got more than $105?
Yes, and they decided that I didn't deserve it.
No, it's not that. They miscalculated is what they did. And it went from what to what? It went from what down to 105? What was it before?
$200.65.
Oh, that wasn't that much. And did they ask you to pay back any overages?
Yes, in income tax.
No, that's not income. Okay, that's what they're doing. Okay. Here's what they're doing. They're taking the overage that you got paid and making you pay that back out of your check. And they lowered your amount because they had miscalculated. That's exactly what they're doing. Now, you may not like it, but it makes sense. It does make sense. Now, what is this part about the woman calling you a liar?
Yes, I talked to her Monday, and we're supposed to get a 5.9 increase because of this escalation.
Right, that's right. January, I believe in. Go ahead. So you're supposed to get an increase, cost of living. Hold on a second. I don't know where we're supposed to get a cost of living increase. It's automatic, Emily. You don't call them for it.
Tom, also, when you apply for Social Security, you check whether you want them to take out income tax or not.
Right.
So they may take out the income tax, and then she'll get a refund if she files. Because I know on mine, I don't have them take out the income tax. I just paid it. It's a 1099 you get at the end of the year, and it's just ordinary income. So I would much rather have the money during the year than have them take it out and keep it. So that's probably what that $35 is. And if she files an income tax, she'll get a refund. Why would you let the government keep the money? To me, it makes no sense.
The government does everything they can to make sure you never see that money again.
That's why I said, don't take out the taxes.
Wendy's knows a better
File it,
breakfast
you just
starts
get
with
your
a better
1099.
That's why you should get a hot and buttery Wendy's breakfast.
No, but you didn't check the box, don't take out income tax. So they're taking out the income tax, and she needs to file it. Maybe she doesn't file income tax returns. So the money's
All right, this is a really good deal, okay? Blake Harris will give you free legal advice for calling if you need any kind of questions answered on your estate plan. Now, it's not going to last forever. Eventually, if you want him to do something, he'll charge flat rates for what he actually does. But you can ask your questions all you want. BlakeHarrisLaw.com is our estate planning expert. 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE. Whether it's a simple will or a trust, whatever it is, 833-ASK-BLAKE. All right, you've heard me talk about the strategy called Become the Banker. It's a very simple concept, okay? You take money and put it away in a savings account, and because it's tied to life insurance, it gets to grow tax-free. Now, this savings account is not mandatory, but so few people know about it. And the life insurance can be just a tiny bit to make it all legal. Become the Banker will teach you how to do it. And you'll use these tax-free funds through your life through mini loans that you pay back with interest to shelter even more money. Then eventually you use it for retirement. Isn't that great? BecomeTheBanker.org for more information. Hey, if you want something of value for free, something really valuable, Frank Duran's home valuation is what you need. Seriously, do you know that Frank Duran will take your home and value it based on comps, photos, measurements, and he'll do it according to today's market. Way more accurate than an appraisal when it comes to the actual sales. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
The roller coaster stock markets.
With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement.
I've had two people say that what you're missing is she
Saturday at 6:30 p.m. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
You know, I've talked about Blue Sky Saving Money for quite some time. We've had a great experience with these products. They just keep getting better and better. I know a lot of you, hundreds of
who is this?
you have tried it through the same way.
I'm returning your call.
You've been sharing through reviews.
No. I think that's the wrong. Who are you trying to call? Oh yeah. Is this Is this IMT Lowry?
Yeah.
Oh, great, yeah, yeah. Right.
Also, I wanted to let you know that if you use promo code KHOW,
Yes.
feel free to use promo code
The guy's like, yeah, maintenance, no, yes, no.
You were somebody you know. I highly recommend Blue Sky CBD and their entire line of products. BlueSky-CBD.com.
I'm driving around in my 1999 ML320. Runs like really, really well.
And a perfectly kept diamond, it
But for some reason,
everyone who wears it. It's
right
bright.
around 50, 55 miles an hour,
It ignites perfect moments.
I feel the shimmy in the car, but I don't feel it in the steering wheel.
And the rest of your life.
Huh?
Steve and I invite you to Williams Jewelers to experience the
When do you guys want to do that?
and brilliance of Hearts on Fire diamonds.
I just made appointments today, and it's still up to January 17th, so I don't know what the board is.
In the West.
Done since I left.
In Cherry Creek North and Williams
Yeah,
Jewelers.
Literally in the middle of
and it's not bad. And once I get over that, it kind of smooths out again.
Hearts on Fire.
It feels like the whole car.
It looks like the front of the car is just doing like this. I did have one side.
Susie, why don't you sit down and take his, Suzanne?
Oh, I never would do that, ever. If you guys forgot to be here or something, Mark and Tom, and the show started.
I think it would be cool if
You're on your own?
Oh, yeah, just play the music for the next 20 or 30 minutes.
You know, I started.
I will not be going, I will not be hosting anything.
You know, what have I got, even if I said it, what have I got to lose? Can't sue me, can't put me in jail.
Can't fire me.
Can't fire me, right? Can't withhold my salary.
Plus, with Pure Talk's 30-day risk-free guarantee, you've got nothing to lose. Unlimited text
Ken
and
thinks AG should be the show host sometime so he can implement his Emily and Drew plan.
Who's that?
AG wanted Ken Wise said his body heat.
Jill 50, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month.
Just look it up. I'm sure it'll ring a bell for you.
Say Jill 50. Pure Talk is simply
Okay, thinks all these Jeff Jollop customers are scamming Jeff.
Oh, interesting.
That makes sense.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Keep the calls coming. I'll get all to you. Now, here's the bottom line on Emily, okay? There are some issues she has. She doesn't like the way she was treated. Above and beyond, whether she agrees with the figures or not, in my opinion, the figures make sense. They lowered her Social Security, now want to be paid back because they paid her too much. And she was on para, and she only worked part-time otherwise. So therefore, she doesn't have a lot of money coming from Social Security. But Emily, let's get to the part where you say, didn't you say that somebody called you a liar? What did they say you lied about?
She said they never, ever take out withholding from Social Security with a voluntary tax is how they would do it. It's got to be voluntary. And I said, but mine's not voluntary.
Well, here, Emily, here's what it is.
Damn lie.
When you apply for it, you can opt out of having taxes taken out. So can't you still go back and do it? Can she, Deputy Doc? Can she go back and do it, or did you have to? Did it have to be done only at filing?
I don't know. I just know that I filed.
I think it's a choice. I think it is voluntary.
I'm sure you can
Emily, you can actually go on My Social Security online and probably change that setting. Anyway, 303-713-8255. Now, let's talk to Ron. Ron, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm calling about a build issue that we have with our builder.
Now, is this a custom, or is this where you're kind of modifying a little and moving into a track home, or not? I don't want to give it an insult. I don't mean like a track, but you know what I mean. Is it a modified
It's a modified home.
It's a spec home?
Well, it's one of their existing plans.
That's what I mean. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Right. Yep. So now what? But the reason I ask about that, when you actually enter into a contract, Ron, for one of those plans that you're having built, you don't own the house. In other words, you really don't. This is crazy. I want to explain to you the rights you do have and don't have, because you can't make the builder do things because he doesn't work for you, and you don't own the house. It's crazy, but I've handled tons of these. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino.
See, I don't think that guy realizes. You know what? I mean, there was a crooked wall, and somebody said, "I want that changed." He said, "No, fuck you. I work for, U.S. Homes or whoever it was."
So when we build, we make friends with the GC. Great friends with the GC for the project. Go in and draw lines on the floor and walk in with him and say, "This is really where we want this wall to come to."
Yeah.
And he goes and puts his little mark on it, and the next thing I know, the wall moves. Yeah, we did actually great. The GC we have now.
You know, Jeff, I'm just trying to figure out. I get your text here, but not on my computer. And I usually always get it on my computer. I don't understand why. Who are you calling? Oh, you're calling. Yeah, so I get your text here, but it doesn't come up on my computer. It's one of the few that doesn't. Do you have an Apple?
No.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to have it.
You're talking about the 533 stuff?
No, just that Jeff's text I always get here, but I don't get them on my computer, and I get everyone else's on the computer.
At the 57739, or you're talking about regular text? Text to your phone number, or
I'm
text
talking about him texting. Oh no, him texting me as a person.
Okay, on the phone. Okay.
For some reason, it doesn't show up there. It shows up only on my phone.
Memorial service at the Washington National Cathedral, honoring the statesman and war hero. President Biden delivered the eulogy.
We served together for 25 years. We disagreed, but we were never disagreeable with one another. Not one time that I can think of.
Following today's service, Dole's casket will be flown back to his home state of
There's a lot of things
today, allowing the controversial abortion law to stand. But the High Court also said there challenges to the law moving forward. The case now goes to the federal district court. In Minnesota, testimony continues in the trial of a former police officer charged with the shooting death of Dante Wright. COVID cases on the rise in the U.S. with more than 830,000 new infections just in the past week. This is ABC News. Australia breaks another defense contract with Europe in favor of the United States.
Just like they did with their submarine switch from French to U.S. made, Australia's using the same playbook in ditching European manufactured helicopters for U.S. ones. Prime Minister Scott Morrison.
The Typhoons weren't meeting their
what's that all
simple as
about?
that. And we want to make sure that our defence forces have the best possible equipment to defend this country. And the Black Hawks will provide that.
Country's defense minister calls it an important move given what he sees as instability in the Pacific region. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
Starbucks workers in Elmwood, New York, a section of Buffalo, made their shop the first ever Starbucks to become unionized. Michelle Eisen,
why do they hope to gain by unionizing Starbucks? You get free education, you get full benefits, you get above average wage. What more does the union do? Limit the number of coffees they're allowed to make in an hour or something?
Maybe put a rein on some asshole managers.
From what I thought Starbucks was
frankly, for the most part, I think the majority of unions have outlived the fucking usefulness.
The majority, I agree.
There's still places that they help, but yeah.
Save up to 30% for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. Liberty. Availability varies. For more information, visit libertymutual.com.
I can't see waiting in line for that stuff, though.
This holiday season, give the gift of craft.
Everyone I go by on the way to work, it's 20 car seats.
I know.
Every single one.
If they're empty,
projects people on
I love the caramel macchiato.
No, they're bad.
If they're empty, okay, but to catch an empty one.
Yeah, but to sit there for 15, 20 minutes?
No, to catch an empty one, I would go to goddamn Target. Yeah, okay, or King Soup.
King Soup.
Okay. Yeah. Especially when the weather's bad.
News Time, 12:03.
See, I like their espresso. I like the Americano. Just espresso water.
At the age of 33,
But I'm not
was a teammate for 4 seasons, and
you get some of those lines that you can't get out of, because the way they design them, you're stuck. Yeah.
I got mad one day, and I was in that truck that I'm talking about. I'm looking, there's the building, there's the building, and there's the garden, and there's the street. I was just rough.
There's a renewed push for supervised injection sites in and around Denver after increasing reports of rampant drug use
we'll get them now.
RTD says its employees and passengers
we'll get them now.
illegal drug use at light rail stations. Denver City Council approved supervised injection sites back in 2018, but it's still illegal at the state level. Those sites would allow users to self-inject illegal drugs they obtained off-site while under the supervision of trained medical professionals. That's a
I can bring my hot shot inside.
Well, that way it's easier for us to put the drugs in it.
They want to make it easier for drug addicts.
No more on quiet drive on our metro area highways right now, so that's certainly
I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no consequence to behavior anymore. No consequence whatsoever for negative behavior. No. So what happens when you have no consequence for negative behavior?
You encourage more negative behavior.
Jussie Smollett's guilty, so what does that mean?
He might stand up for 3 years.
15.
He'll probably be on probation.
It's not over.
He'll probably probation.
Yep, I did. Oh my God.
Your first snowstorm, right?
That is such a cute little. So I use.
Holidays are a perfect reason to visit the Broadmoor, whether it's the traditional holiday show featuring singer Sheena Easton or one of their spectacular New Year's Eve celebrations. You are sure to make memories that will last
I'm surprised he didn't try to flea market that out and not get all the publicity and everything else.
Do I use my new?
They may not have let him
Well, when it happened,
Or the old email?
and then the conflict started coming up, I said to myself, this boy is just stupid. I don't know who knows him, who loves him, who cares about him.
So what was Jussie not convicted on? One of the charges. What was it?
Lying to another detective.
Lying, they just, the five lies was enough. They just didn't want to get him on the stage.
But yeah, I mean, somebody should, in his inner circle should have stepped up. It's like
somebody, unless he had alienated himself. Okay.
Well, no, you're assuming that they gave him plea bargain. They may wanted to go to trial.
But they threw it out originally, so I'm sure he could have,
No, the throwout originally was by a DA who is probably under investigation now herself. Okay, yeah. They say she was too close to the family and situation. Okay, and threw it out, and now they're looking at her like we might need to, So you're right.
There's food and wine and foods over there.
Oh yeah, no, everybody shut up at work today. I walked by Ross and you know he didn't jump in
You tired of somebody else over there, or just having a Christmas dinner?
Bunch of stuff from Black Eyed Peas.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
It's the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino on
630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show, the only show of its kind anywhere where we are talking about everyday life, the aches and pains, the things that make us tick, the things that tick us off. Today's car day. So we talk a little about cars. We have Jeff Vick from Kimmer Transmission. And we have Uncle Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech. We're here to help you. So if you have any car problems, we'll call, talk to you. One thing I want to say that is almost unbelievable. And if you go to sleazebrigade.com, sleazebrigade.com, it's a wonderful site, the worst of the worst. There's a story there about Jeff Jolliffe. Jeff Jolliffe came to our attention when 3 or 4 people said they had their cars there to be repaired and they were stolen. And we thought, what are the chances of 3 different people, or 4 people even at the time, having cars stolen off of his lot? And in addition to that, there were always stories about poor workmanship or paying money for work that was never done. It was by far the worst transmission shop and car repair facility we have ever heard about, ever. All American Transmissions, 92nd and Federal. Now, in addition to Jeff Jolliffe having all of these things stolen and bad work, the guy's still in business. Today we get another call, and the guy, or the guy that calls, he happens to be on, and the only thing that it says is, Robert, truck stolen from mechanic. And I said, Robert, before you start, does this shop happen to be owned by Jeff Jolliffe? And he was, yes, as a matter of fact, it is. It's so amazing to me how this guy can still be in business. All American Transmissions, 92nd and Federal, Jeff Jolliffe. He's on Sleaze Brigade. He's on the front page. Look him up.
It's weird that the only cars being stolen are the ones he's doing warranty work that he wouldn't be paid for, too.
I know it.
So
oh my
the
God.
ones that he's
Isn't
collecting $3,000 and $4,000 aren't getting stolen.
That's not quite as creative as the guy we had at 44th Auto. What's his name? What was that creep's name at 44th Auto? What's his name again?
Jim Weiss.
Yeah, you're right. Good. Thank you. Now listen to this one. Jim Weiss. Here's what happened. He would take a car, quote a price, get money up front, $4,000, let's say. Then he takes the car apart and doesn't do anything. The owner gets so frustrated, says, oh, my God, I want my car back. He says, I'll tell you what. I'll put it back together, and you can have it for $1,000. So they get – first he starts out saying, you owe me for all the labor, right? And they say, no, you didn't do anything. And then he says, okay, I'll tell you what then. Let's settle for this. In addition to the money he took up front, they think they're getting a deal because at least they get their car back. So we had one guy, I think, paid him $6,000 and got nothing except his car back. Isn't that crazy? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Ron now for his home. And Ron, it's a very odd problem when you have a spec home being built because you don't have power over that home technically. But some builders who want to have a good relationship with people, they allow them to make observations. So let's talk about this home. Who's the home builder, Ron?
So the home builder is Covington Homes.
So you're buying a Covington home, and what happened?
So back when we contracted, we selected the plot, the model that we wanted to build it. And at that time, we selected the option for the exterior microwave exhaust vent that we wanted because the kitchen's on that exterior wall.
So you wanted, you chose an exterior microwave vent.
Correct, and we paid for that option.
Gotcha. So what happened?
So after we closed and moved in, shortly thereafter, it seemed like something wasn't right on that. We had exhaust coming up through the front, and I looked in the back, and originally I didn't realize this was the problem, but when I looked in through the exterior of the vent, I could see the insulation, the studs, the drywall. My initial concern was, well, that moisture, that exhaust is going to get into the interior cavity. Fast forward, it took them about...
So tell me exactly what was wrong with this microwave vent. It was venting to the outside, is that correct?
Partially. When they came to take a look at that back in February of this year, end of February, what we realized, and what the trade noticed as well, was the exterior vent opening was not aligned properly with the kitchen cabinet layout.
So what did that mean? Tell me what the vent was doing. Was it connected to the outside vent or not?
So it is connected to the outside, but the opening is, so the microwave is positioned to the left, the vent is positioned to the right, so there's two fans on the microwave vent. Only one of them basically exhausts to the exterior, the other one is blocked by the wall.
And what was the second one supposed to be from a microwave? If one exhausts, what's the other one for?
So they're both used to exhaust, and then you have two vents on the bottom that pull in air to exhaust that moisture out into the outside.
Anyway, are you telling me, Ron, let's just put it this way. Did they do it the wrong way? Does it have to be corrected?
They did do it the wrong way, and I discovered what that was over the course of them coming out and talking with their site manager and what have you.
Okay, that doesn't matter. What matters now is you paid for something and it wasn't done correctly. So what are they going to do about it?
So as of Saturday, they came back and told me that they were not going to address the issue. I followed up with them over the weekend, and on Tuesday, because I had asked, did they bring this to the attention of the owners? And he said, yes, one of the owners said to refund our money for the option.
Okay. They're attempting to make you whole. So how much is that for that option?
So that option was $690.
Okay. How much will it cost to fix?
It's going to cost more because, as far as I understand, the only way to fix this is to replace that section of the kitchen cabinets.
Oh, come on now. Now you're getting a little overboard. Why would you have to replace an entire section of kitchen cabinets to make this work? The vent doesn't have to be straight out the back.
So it's completely shifted by a number, about 5 inches.
All right.
So
here's going to be your problem. Okay. I think you have them over a barrel to an extent that they breached their contract to you, but they're willing to give you the money back. Does that make you whole? So the whole argument's going to center on whether that makes you whole or not. You're saying no. But if you ask for another $5 or $10 grand, you're not going to get it. Okay? It's just not going to happen. So there's a limit to liability, whether you like it or not. Okay? There's a way to fix that vent without moving all your cabinets. You just have to get someone in there who knows how to just think through a problem and solve it. I mean, you have some goons that come in and all they want to do is remove and replace. No such thing as aligning or cutting or modifying. You may have to do some kind of modification.
Well, we looked at that, and at this point, based off of one of the photos I had provided, was that there's no way to do that from what we've learned. So I was open to that option if they could adjust that.
Okay. First of all, I can't even visualize. I can't even visualize how a microwave vent doesn't work. Okay. There's a ducting that goes to an outside vent. Done. What part of that doesn't work?
So half of that vent or those fans, one of those entire fans is blocked because it vents up against the exterior wall. It doesn't go out the vent because there's a misalignment between the vent opening and the microwave vents.
I understand that. So if you patch that opening and put the opening where it should be, what would be wrong with that?
So I would be okay with that, but they can. Here's why. So when they installed the exterior vent,
you know what? We don't need to know. We don't need to know the technicalities. I'll take you at your word. You say they can't. Well, here is where the law never ever pays. Never. There's no equity. Okay. You're going to have to argue for every penny above that $600 because he feels he's making you whole. And what I would do is just ask them to fix it, but I think you're being unreasonable by saying you need all new cabinets. I mean, that's ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
I'm not asking for that. That's the only way to make.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's not. That's what you think, but it's not. I know in my heart and mind, there's got to be a way to vent that microwave without putting in a new kitchen for you.
Tom,
okay?
Did you get the pictures I sent on that?
No, I wish I didn't look. I didn't know we had them.
Yeah,
so
I put it on the screen for you. Sorry,
right
Tom.
Now. Okay. And what am I looking at here? I'm looking at a wall. I'm looking at, without context. I see his 2 blowers on it. Is it taken out now? Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I see what's happening. Yeah, I see exactly what's happening. All right, I see. That thing, that entire rear of where the microwave is mounted, okay, it doesn't align properly. So why can't you just break out the wall and just align it? I don't understand. We're talking about, what he's talking about is ducting that catches the fan. It's just ducting air into there. I mean, I can see from these pictures that it can be. I don't understand, but I don't want to get into it right now because everybody's hanging themselves over this. They don't care. It's not. I'm telling you the truth, Ron. You're never going to get a new kitchen. Okay, it's not going to happen. There's limits to liability and breaches. Okay, come up with a realistic way to align this damn thing, and it will be done. I mean, it can be done. You have not talked to anyone who thinks about solving problems. You've just talked to goons who want to make you feel like, oh, my God, it's the worst thing that ever happened. So there's 2 kinds of contractors. In fact, they come with auto mechanics, too. There's a mentality that they don't really do anything. They just remove and replace. Well, anybody can do that. It's broken. We got to do it all over. That's what these guys are saying. They just want to redo everything. All the studs, all the cabinets. They're morons. There are ways to retrofit things to make them work. And venting a microwave can't be all that hard. I'm sorry, it can't be. Bill, what's going on?
Yes, I have a 2015 Ford Frontier.
A 2015, okay.
The heater will not blow warm air. I will check my reservoir. It'll be full. I will manually transfer the water from the reservoir to the radiator when it's cold. And then
do you know what he's talking about? What do you mean, like when it's cold, you have to, what do you have to transport?
Okay, when I stop, the water, when it heats up, it goes into the reservoir.
Got it.
When it cools off, it goes the other way. It's not doing that, but if I manually transfer the water, it will blow hot air until it...
He's talking about the overflow, the expansion.
Talk about the expansion.
Okay, that's what I thought. Hold on. We'll come right back to that.
It goes out, yes. And
as it expands, it goes
he
into
says
the
it comes back in.
But it's not coming back
So
in.
he's gonna
So when
watch.
he starts it up, it's not full. So he has to transfer it from the reservoir back to the radiator.
How does he know it's not full when he starts it up?
Because I think this is his process of figuring it out.
But okay, if you have a reservoir, when you start it up, it goes low. Then you turn the car off, it doesn't come back.
Well, it's the opposite. Yeah.
He's going to block it something.
Yeah.
All right, I want to tell you about the oldest,
In my opinion here, from what I can see, the oldest home improvement company around, K&H Home Solutions. They were K&H Windows when they started. I remember the original owner when I got to town 40-some-odd years ago, and then Ted took it over, and they have a wonderful company. Let me just tell you this. The specials are unbelievable. 45% off the best siding ever, Everlast siding. You will never beat this siding. It's a lifetime of durability. 45% off Provia entry doors. And get this, buy one window, get one free of equal or lesser value. Think about that. One window, one free. And here's the deal. K&H is sticking around to do your warranty work. I had them come out to my house 15 years later to fix some seals on a window. And I'm telling you, you won't find a better company. KHWindows.com, 303-421-7100. Take advantage of these specials, 303-421-7100. All right, somebody else you want to, something else you want to take advantage of, maybe refining right now. If you can go down a few points and maybe shave some dollars off your payment or pull cash out, you won't have a payment until March 2022. Think about that. IdealHomeLoans.com. First they listen, then they lend. Established in Colorado, for Colorado, like in 2001. Brent Ivinson is still at the helm and still helping people in Colorado. Now listen to this. They can do everything without touching, without contact. All you have to do is go on to IdealHomeLoans.com or give them a call, 303-867-7000. That's 303-867-7000. The interest rate guarantee, remember that. If rates go down, they'll refinance you free of charge, so you'll never miss the boat with Ideal Home Loans, 303-867-7000.
Order up.
All right, everybody get closer. Act like you like each other.
Hear that? That's the sound of people all over Colorado living their healthiest lives. Eating, talking, exercising, laughing, smiling, taking family photos, cheering, and experiencing joy. Everyone deserves to feel good doing the things they love. And your teeth and gums are a big part of that. If you sometimes worry that your dental issues are affecting your health and holding you back from doing all the things you care about, it's time to get a free consultation with Colorado's Clear Choice. Dr. Jovic and Dr. Mackert and their teams will evaluate your teeth and determine what options will best serve you. Today's the day to get back out there. Visit clearchoice.com and do something good for your health.
Hey, look, another pipe leak.
I thought Mr. Fix-A-Leak fixed that.
I thought you did too.
Well, it's just a drop.
It's a trickle.
I can patch a trickle.
Oh, yeah? Can you patch a slab leak, Mr. Fix-A-Leak?
A slab leak?
You see that water coming up?
Yeah. Oh, it's seeping out.
Don't splash it.
So what do you want to do?
Call Repipe Specialist, like our neighbors did.
Okay.
Repipe Specialist can repipe our whole house and guarantee no leaks for life.
For life?
And new pipes can improve our low water pressure. It costs about half the price of a plumber, and they can do it in as little as a day.
Mr. Fix-A-Leak can't do that.
Apparently, you can't fix leaks either.
No.
Tired of leaks or low water pressure? Call Repipe Specialists, and in 1 to 2 days, they can repipe your whole house with new PEX tubing and guarantee no leaks for life. Call 303-228-2910 for a free in-home estimate and pay nothing down with no payments or interest for a year. That's 303-228-2910. Call today, 303-228-2910, or visit repipe.com.
Looking for the perfect gift? Get him a shirt from Untuck It. Untuck It shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep him looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with their super soft flannels, wrinkle-free shirts, performance shirts with stretch, and cozy sweaters that are all perfect for right now. They even have a line for her. Find the perfect gift for every guy on your list at one of 80-plus Untuck It stores or at untuckit.com. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Alexandria House.
The Avalanche will be hosting Detroit tonight at Ball Arena. They currently sit in the top wildcard spot in the Western Conference with a 10-3-2 record. The Nuggets fell to the Spurs last night, 123-111. Nikola Jokic had a triple-double in the losing effort. And former Bronco wide receiver Demaryius Thomas was found dead in his Atlanta home yesterday at the age of 33. A cousin of Thomas stated that he suffered from seizures and thinks that was the cause of his death. I'm J.D. Haffron.
The second annual Snicksmith Charity Drive is here in honor of Naya Rivera, raising money for Alexandria House that gives supportive housing for women and children from December 3rd to 17th, closing out with a Glee livestream event. Go to GoFundMe.com/Snicksmith2 to donate. That's Snicksmith with 2 X's.
Afternoons 2 to 4. It's Leland Conway.
Boston Celtics player Enes Kanter is proud to be an American. He immigrated from Turkey, and he's one of the few big celebrities speaking out for freedom. We'll talk about it at 2 o'clock Friday.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, welcome to the show. Now, we can't stress enough, we've been talking about it off the air, if you take a car to Jeff Jolliffe, All-American Transmissions, 92nd and Federal, there's a very good chance your car will be stolen. Now, he claims he has nothing to do with it. Yet, the only cars so far that were stolen were people who were giving him a hard time about warranty work.
You know,
and then they're stolen.
On the air before. Let's reach out. This is one of these clowns that'll come on and talk to us. He does all the time.
About this latest one?
He's like the Bulldog guy. Remember him with the bone and the Bulldog and the wife had an affair? He'd love coming on the air.
Yeah, until he didn't. Wow. This is like...
Let's try to give him a call, Suzanne. Let's see if...
Jeff Jolliffe, All-American Transmissions, 92nd and Federal. Let's see. Now, Ron has another question. Ron is the one who has this unfortunate situation with the Covington home and the microwave venting. Again, I think he's got to get someone skilled in there to try to get that done and then try to get them to pay for that. Just refunding his money is not going to be enough, but certainly there's a limit. There's only so far you can go with a damage like that to get it done. So anyway, let's talk about, and by the way, I know this is crazy, but some of them, one of the modifications might be a modification to the cabinet and not have a built-in microwave. I know that sounds like not something you wanted, but again, I think a court of equity would say, okay, you were wronged, Ron, you were wronged. You should get reimbursed and you should get something to correct it. But I doubt a court of equity would say, they'd have to go so far beyond that it's unrealistic. See, certain mistakes have, I don't know how to explain it. There's just limit to damages because they become what's called unreasonable. And I don't think you are unreasonable. I just think that by saying that your cabinets have to all be altered because of that hole right there that I saw, that's ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous. It can be redone. and repaired. Somebody of skill can do it. But let's move on. You say you have another issue. What's going on?
No, Suzanne had mentioned that you mentioned you thought we could adjust the vent. My question is, how can we adjust that vent? What happened was when they installed the original vent, they cut that structural load-bearing beam on the exterior. So to rectify that, they put beams on the edges of that vent, so that vent can no longer move to the left without opening up the walls and putting in new beams and tearing out that beam.
Yeah, well, you can do that.
How about a different microwave where the fan's underneath?
Well, the fan, all of the fans are going to have a bit of a problem. But the vent, listen, again, I think the entire back can be vented, or the entire cavity can be vented, where you don't, and it doesn't matter. And then all you have to do is in one of the stud cavities put a vent. I don't think you have to have a sealed, controlled system like you think.
A lot of those microwaves, that vent is underneath, not to the back. The vent would be underneath the microwave, blowing onto the stove. There's no why use one that has a back?
You're saying it's vents into the house.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there are. I don't know how they make them now, but in any case, as I said, Ron, there's got to be reason in your claims for damages. Okay? I mean, how much have you figured you needed? Okay? You knew you were going to ask for something, so have you done the math? In your world, how much do you need?
What I was just looking for is for it to be done correctly.
And I agree with you. But correctly, as originally planned, never. Okay? That's what you're looking for. Correctly could be a modification of the original plan. I don't want to keep going around on this. I really don't. Okay? Leslie, what's going on with you? Hello, Leslie. What's happening? Oh, wait. What's the matter?
Are you done with Bill with the heater issue?
I'm sorry. Hold on here, Leslie. I'm sorry. I left off with Bill. Thank you, Suze. I got to get back to Bill here. Okay, so Bill, your 2015, I thought you said it was a Ford Frontier, right? Mm-hmm. And the heater. Now, here's the thing about the coolant. Are you saying, Bill, when you start up the truck, are you saying that the reservoir drains down to nothing?
No. When I run the truck, the water transfers from the heater, from the radiator to the overflow.
Right. It expands as it should. It uses what it needs and it overflows or expands. That's what it should do. Then what's troubling you is what?
When I stop and it cools down, it does not transfer back on its own.
Okay, guys, why is it? Now, hold on. I have an expansion tank that stays the same. That's how I know when to fill it up. It doesn't go back and forth. So I don't even know what he means. Like when he starts the car, all the fluids run into the end. That's ridiculous. I mean,
yeah, it sounds like you might have a minor head gasket leak because the pressure is pushing the fluid out.
Right.
Too much.
Right. Exactly.
And then it won't allow the vacuum.
You shouldn't have that much expansion anyway.
No.
I mean, I want to say something to you. If it did like you said, it all went in and filled up, and then at the end emptied, you'd still have a problem.
Yes.
In other words, it still would not be normal, just so you know. So what you're seeking still would not be proper. Okay? You're telling us there's a problem because when that engine starts, it starts spitting out fluid too much. And that's because of excess pressure, as Kevin said. I have no idea. But then, logically, when it cools down and you expect it to all go back, that doesn't happen either. In a normal system, that expansion tank doesn't move much.
Couple inches.
Yeah, if that. Yeah. And that's how you know when you need to fill it up. Mm-hmm. It should never do what you're saying. So you need to have someone check it out.
But both radiator and expansion have a radiator cap on it. Mm-hmm. So when the radiator cools down, the water that's gone over, should it not?
As long as you can create the vacuum required to make that happen. But if you have a leak, it's not going to create the vacuum that's actually making that happen.
See, Bill...
Okay.
Yeah, either way, whether it happens the way you describe it or the way it's happening now, it's improper. It's got to have, because I understand what you're saying. They do run back and forth, but not that much. There should never be that much transfer of fluid in an expansion tank during a start cycle. Okay, Patrick, you have a comment on that microwave vent issue. What is your comment?
Hi, Tom. In some municipalities, the building inspector and the fire code controls what happens with a microwave vent like that. And the only reason why I say this, and it's some codes, some municipalities, some building structures, that type of thing. But it also has to do with like the building envelope efficiency. They don't want air leaking in. They don't want air leaking out. They don't want it going through a cavity in the wall.
Well, I'm not. By the way, just so you know, Patrick, I'm not recommending he does it wrong. I'm saying that it can be altered.
I understand. What I was getting at is some of the things you said made it sound like it's real simple, and sometimes it's not, because the ducting has to be a certain distance away from
I
the
never
wall,
said it was simple. I said someone who thinks outside the box can modify it. Sure. I know it can be modified. I don't know if it'll be simple. I know one thing. It'll be less than replacing his kitchen. I mean, this man wants new cabinets all shifted. I mean, it's not gonna happen. I mean, it's just like people who have a chip in their tile behind the refrigerator and they want their entire floor changed because nothing will match. I mean, there's all kinds of reason when it comes to damages. All I'm talking about is it's unreasonable to think for that one vent issue you should replace the entire kitchen cabinet or that one wall. It's ridiculous. And then you change countertops and backdrops. I mean, come on. Now I'll go to Leslie. Go ahead, Leslie. What's going on?
Hi there, Tom.
Hey.
Thanks for taking my call.
What's going on?
I own a body shop, and I have a complaint against Loya Insurance.
No way.
Fred Loya sucks for to begin with, Leslie, but if you can hold on, though, seriously, we have ways to deal with these people.
When he starts talking about the load-bearing wall, I see his problem.
Yep.
It became clear right there.
So what would you do?
How do you get to a load-bearing wall with a fucking vent on a microwave?
It's an outside wall.
Yeah, so what?
It's an external wall. Now, what I would do, what my outside.
Well, if you're calling every stud load-bearing, well, of course they are.
Hold on.
No, that's what he's talking about.
What I'm saying is, what I would do is take out that section of cabinet, okay? See what I need to do, and exactly what he said. Because of whatever, they put these beams in here, so I either move them and replace them or
just
something.
reframe the area.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. But he kept saying it's like a fucking act of God to do that. You can go from the outside. I think it would be easier, by the way.
I don't know, depending, because if it's.
Because I don't know how they're going to reframe it. If they're going to reframe it, they're going to have to.
They are going to have cabinets down to reframe it.
Yeah, they're going to have to take the cabinets down.
Take the outside and reframe it.
Yeah, because of the siding. Is the house finished?
That would be easier to change out than the cabinetry. Yep. Hi, let's talk about the best water system ever. Water Pros. WaterPros.net. Paul the Waterman, you know what he can do? He can put in a water fountain where you'll never buy drinking water again from a bottle ever. It's the greatest water, and it's under $1,000. A triple filter reverse osmosis. You stay tuned. He's going to be giving one of those away for Christmas. But right now, under $1,000, or you can get a whole house softening system for better plumbing, better laundry, less soap, better skin for under $2,000 fully installed. Other companies charge in excess of $8,000. WaterPros.net. Now let's talk about this tax-free interest that you earn on a checking account. Yep, it's a Become the Banker account. What it does is it grows tax-free, and you can take it out when you need it and pay it back. And you never pay tax on it if you follow the strategies of Joe Chiano and his team at becomethebanker.org. It's a great retirement plan. In addition to anything else you have, that's becomethebanker.org.
Maybe you have a loved one who forgets routine tasks more than usual, like letting the dog out, or struggles with chores like laundry or cooking. Sometimes what may seem like a
drive-through board, just, you know, some of these women with these talk shows are saying you should never relish in the Jussie Smollett verdict because things like that do happen.
Go there. These motherfuckers.
Which ones?
Yes. What? Wait a minute. What does this mean?
Oh, no.
Oh, you do.
I always talk to him if I can catch him.
Yeah, right.
Some of those things are getting pretty good, though.
Hey, what's your name? I have a hard time even believing that, but go ahead. What's going on? My name is, you ready to write it down? Ben, B-E-N. Ben, B-E-N.
Dover.
Dover, D-O-V-E-R.
You should have waited and done this on the air. God damn it.
Did he hang up on you?
I just put him on mute. Oh, I can see here there's been an unauthorized charge, Mr. Ben Dover. What's another one Bart would do on The Simpsons? Is your refrigerator running? You better catch it.
I got an email from one, and the number was actually, I mean, if you clicked on the link on the phone, it wouldn't ring that number. But if you Googled the number, it was the number.
It was a mask.
Yeah, that mask one.
Did you see what Brian Williams said there? Look at the front of Drudge, man.
What did he say?
You know who Brian Williams is, right?
Had his last
He said America is not recognizable anymore. That's why he quit TV.
Goodbye.
It's not America.
Look at the time. I'll try to keep this brief. After 28 years of peacock logos on much of what I own, it is my choice now to go without a net and very unknown, as I do for the first time in my 62 years. My biggest worry is for my country. The truth is, I'm not a liberal or a conservative. I'm an institutionalist. I believe in this place, and in my love of country, I yield to no one. But the darkness on the edge of town has spread to the main roads and highways and neighborhoods. It's now at the local bar and the bowling alley, at the school board and the grocery store. And it must be acknowledged and answered for. Grown men and women who swore an oath to our Constitution, elected by their constituents, possessing the kinds of college degrees I could only dream of, have decided to join the mob and become something they are not, while hoping we somehow forget who they were.
It's pretty good, actually.
They decided to burn it all down with us inside. That should scare you to no end as much as it scares an aging volunteer fireman. To my coworkers, my love and thanks, and I say again, everyone I've worked with has made me better at what I do.
I like
it. To my family, love and thanks.
He made one stupid little mistake. He said he was in that helicopter and they were covering and he wasn't there.
Can I go over a couple things with you? Can you say line 1 for real quick? So you were with line 1. Line 4 called Monday or Tuesday. Rock went out and looked at it. And then Bill with the heater in the car had one other question. So you had a lot going on.
You ever had to fucking get it?
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, HarrisFamilyLaw.com. What a great firm. If you are going through a divorce, and I hope you're not, but if you need a family lawyer, they have a team of lawyers, someone right for you, HarrisFamilyLaw.com. And they do flat rate pricing and on certain things that you can do, you have them do or not. In other words, they do what's called unbundled services. You can just pick something for them to do or have them do the whole thing. They're very understanding to talk to. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-515-5000. I've known them for the whole time I've been in Denver. It's 303-515-5000. All right, I want to go...
Rock said he could hold a minute if you wanted to finish with Leslie, Tom.
Yeah, Leslie is an owner of Body Shop. She doesn't like Fred Loya. Why don't you like Fred Loya? What is going on? How are they screwing you? By the way, Fred Loya is a terrible insurance company. So what's your complaint?
Well, I've had awful dealings with them in the past, but what I've found is when they make that initial payment and they accept liability, then I usually have no problems. I can move forward, I get paid, no issues. This one, however, we took the car in, the customer had been paid, they brought me the Loya estimate, which is always crap to begin with. And so she was paid that first initial payment, and then we submitted a supplement for additional damages and part price changes because, of course, they want me to put a used headlight in, but it was crap.
Now, that first insurance check went to you, right?
No, it went to the customer.
But then the customer paid you that check, right?
And the customer paid me that
Well, that's
check.
what I care about. You got paid for that. And now you put in a supplemental claim. So is your main complaint with Fred Loya, other than their estimates are crap and they're bad and all that, but the bottom line today is you want to get paid on an auxiliary claim that they're not recognizing, or what?
Well, they recognized it. I have their estimate here with my supplement amount.
All right, so so did you get paid for it?
They reversed it.
No.
Okay, so
No,
did they pay
won't.
you and then take it back?
No, they gave me the estimate. They told me that the check was coming to Mako on 12/1.
How much is the supplemental claim?
$79.88.19.
7,900 or what?
Yes.
Okay, so it's almost basically $8,000.
They're retracting the approval pending ownership issues with the car. So
What are
Leslie
they
let
saying?
the car
What's
go.
the bottom line on this car? She doesn't have to let this car go. She has a lien on it. But Leslie, and it doesn't matter who owns it, Leslie, you're not going to let the car go, right?
No, I did in good faith before Thanksgiving because they were...
I'd put a hook on it.
Go repossess the damn thing.
That's what I told them, too. I said, so you want me to go pick up this car? Oh, you're a customer.
Now, what is Fred Loya saying? They're saying they're not paying the supplemental claim because of an ownership problem?
Yes.
What do they mean by that?
Well, that's what I spent an hour and a half on the phone today being transferred all over the place.
Yeah, what do they mean?
Then I go back to the original person, told I had to go back to the original person.
Well, I don't want to go through it with you right now. I just want you to tell me what you found out. What did you find
they're
out?
not going to pay because it's pending ownership. And
What
I
do
said,
they mean by that? What did they mean by ownership issues?
They said they couldn't tell me where the last person I talked to, I had to go back to the very first person to find out what that meant.
And did you find out what it meant?
Because it took me 5 times.
Did you find out what it means? Leslie, did you find out what that means?
No.
Okay, so we don't know what they mean, but they say there's an owner.
It's Fred Loya. They're probably making it up as
I know. You know, Leslie, you need to go get that car and have it repossessed.
We've talked about thousands of insurance claims over the years. We've never heard that before. There's an ownership problem, so therefore we're not going to pay you. It's crazy.
I know you did. You got paid all but $8,000, but $8,000's a lot of money. Did they? Okay. They approved it first, then unapproved
They pull back the whole amount, but here I am asking dumb questions.
Yeah.
Because the bottom line is it's Fred Loya.
Yeah. Why didn't they dispute the first payment, Leslie?
Exactly. That's what I was telling them this morning.
So these people just arbitrarily decided not to pay you.
Because of this ownership.
Man, if I was a body shop, I wouldn't take Fred Loya. I mean, listen to this. Would you ever take them?
No.
I just tell their customers, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's what we used to do. And then they started, with the, I started waiting until the claim was paid, the initial claim was paid, and I haven't had any problems with that.
I'd hook the car. Listen, you got to hook the car whether you like these guys or not. Not Fred Loya, the customers. You got to hook the car. They're going to start screaming about it. They're either going to pay it up if the car's worth it, or they're going to be bitching to Fred Loya to pay it so they can get their car back. You got to hook it.
Yeah, you got to go get it, man. Put a lien on that damn thing and let them fight it out with their insurance.
And then start charging them $20 a day or whatever the
Leslie, you really do. You need to play hardball here.
Well, take the vehicle owner to small claims for the maximum amount. because that's 7,500. You're only 400 short.
Yeah, but you know this as a garage owner, you can put a lien and take the car.
I wouldn't 100%, but I'd
get the car
heck of a lot easier to get their attention if you for that $50 it's going to cost you to walk into small claims.
No, I think hooking the car and taking it away would get their attention.
You've got to go through a lot of steps before you can take that car.
You do. I've got
Like what? Like what?
I got to send them. I got to call them.
Right.
Ask for payment. I got to send them letters, certified letters, and then I can go get it.
Okay, that takes a day.
Yeah, I know. And you have a lien. Did you file a mechanic's lien yet?
No, I don't have that.
Do it. Do it. You need to be paid.
And for anybody listening that has Fred Loya, get rid of Fred Loya. This is crazy.
For sure. We got more coming up. Now, we had our restoration company go out and look at another restoration job because she was concerned she was getting screwed. More coming up.
Ask a question. Is there any chance that there could be legitimately something awry with the title?
It has nothing to do with the fucking work that was done. That company, that insurance company should pay it.
They authorized the work to be done.
Well, and if now all of a sudden the insurance is not good, then it's just like having an extended warranty that you didn't get benefit out of. I want my premiums back.
Can you look at Arlo? Amazon delivery driver's calling me, and I can't hear him. He's saying something like he can't do something. He's like, well, I'm texting him. Just look at Arlo and see if he's stuck in our driveway.
I just call the customer so you can come back and sign some paperwork. Yeah, just grab it.
Okay, you're listening to anything else right back.
That's the easiest.
Got it?
Yeah. We used to, we had a guy years and years ago. We'll let people want to hang up with us. We'll just come aside and keep a car. So
we don't even got snow.
I know that, but because we don't stiff me, then we don't have to worry about it. Well, we had a guy actually.
I don't see anything.
And they stole my car. They illegally repossessed it.
Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. Ideal will do a pre-approval, which is like a cash deal. Think about this. You get pre-approved for an amount. Then you go out and shop for that house. If you can do it with that loan, you can close within a few days. It's like a cash deal. You're approved. The money is set aside. It's like a closing. IdealHomeLoans.com, in business since early 2004, like 2001, for all of Colorado. Brent Ivenson's still at the helm. They like to say first they listen, then they lend. What they mean by that is each loan can be customized to you. You can put whatever term you want. It doesn't have to be 30 or 15. You can pick whatever term you want, plus the interest rate guarantee. If rates go down, they refi you free of charge over the following 2 years, and every time you close, you get a 2-year guarantee. That's IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. My favorite home improvement company has been around since I moved to town. That's how I met them. They did windows for my house. Then they started advertising with me. This was a company in business 65 years, and I've known them for 40. K&H Home Solutions. Their December specials are incredible. You call, you can preserve these deals. Buy one window, get one free. Or 45% off Everlast siding, the best siding anywhere. This siding has a lifetime of durability. It's waterproof. It's practically indestructible. And 45% off beautiful Provia entry doors. Get these specials on your side for Christmas, huh? They say they want to be Santa's helpers. Give them a call, 303-421-7100, khwindows.com.
If you have time after the top of the hour, I have a couple of updates we can go over.
Oh, shit, of course I will.
Yeah, well, no, we've been so busy. The updates can wait. Just, when it gets quiet, it's always good to fill time in.
Whole thing ended up is, he tried to get the car back. Arguing that you're illegally repossessing. So I'm brought nothing warranty work. It's good for a week. So how else did I get a key? Yeah. I'm just waiting now. So what sucks is that when they put you in a position where you have to be the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's why we no longer like do no payment plans whatsoever. Oh, we have outside finance, and that's it. Because you just, people they start going to another shop because they can't afford. They know they owe you money, so they go somewhere else to get the other stuff fixed. Yeah.
So it's a little bit different for us because they got a transmission in there. It's not like they're going to come back every month because now they will need us to do this, so they need us to do that.
Nice trying to help people out.
Yeah. You can't. No good deed goes unpunished.
50, I think it's one page.
Yeah.
On your Amazon truck?
I still don't. My daughter happened to pull up, so we'll ask her what he was
Hey, Tom,
talking
wasn't
about.
Brian Williams the guy who coined the phrase "the greatest generation" for the people?
No, that was Tom Brokaw.
Oh, Tom Brokaw. Okay.
Unrecognizable.
What?
That's what he said. I love it.
But he doesn't really say anything.
He speaks like it's a novel. He can't get to the point. He just kind of.
Well, he said the elected officials we have now are full of shit. That's basically what he said.
Hi, Tom Martino.
Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Norris at SOS Inspections, usedcarcheckout.com, says you can only file a mechanics lien if you have possession of the vehicle. You cannot do it once they pick it up. So this guy's screwed.
Well, okay.
What?
You just go hook the vehicle. That's all. I don't know how else to put it.
But what you're saying is you
Anytime
skirt the
I
law.
got a bad
I know that, bro. You're skirting the law a little is what you're saying.
Well, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Mark, I'm not
what are the
saying...
police going to say? They're going to say, oh, it's a civil matter. Any bad check
No,
I ever got, guys, I went out and hooked a vehicle. I don't know what else to tell you.
And you take the car.
And then guess what? They come and they pay. I mean, it worked every time.
Did they ever call the cops?
I have no idea. The cops never came to me.
When you go to hook a vehicle, though, technically you are breaking the law.
Okay, well.
I mean, and then, but no way, maybe you're not.
I don't know why.
Maybe you're not, because, hold on.
They write me a check.
They say, hold on. They say it's a civil matter, usually at the police. The police aren't going to do anything. You're right.
They never, of course not.
But I don't know. I'm not going to recommend that. What were you going to say, Kev?
I was going to say, you do need to send a registered letter giving them 12 days to make...
Well, to do it the right way.
To do it the right way. You can't just go out and hook it. But after that letter and the 12 days is gone, you can go get it as long as you're not disturbing the peace.
Okay.
As long as you give them a heads up. That
they must have missed Mark's
But the problem is when you give them a heads
mail.
up, that car disappears real quick.
I sent those letters all the time.
Anyway, hold on now. We asked Rock to go out. I don't want to run out of time here. Terry's house, she says, was terrible from this restoration company, and she said I think she had two of them. Didn't you have two companies, Terry?
Yes, I had the first one, and we moved on from them to the second one, and then I called you after we asked to send us a bill for work rendered, and that's when Rock came out.
Yeah, we wanted to know how much work was done, and do they owe you anything? Does everything have to be redone? So Rock over at American Restoration, the company we absolutely recommend for restoration, fire, flood, unattended death, whatever, meth labs. So Rock, what did you find? And again, he is an objective opinion here we're asking. Go ahead, Rock.
I went over
the estimate and all the work that was done with Ms. Brecco, and I think they finished a certain amount of work. I think she had requested some things to be done that weren't done, but I think she's at a point where she should settle with the company that.
So, in other words, the money paid was reasonable for the work done.
Well, I think they're at a point where they can come to an agreement. You know, I'm sure some things had to be redone, but they're at a point now, I think, where she should settle with that company.
What is that company asking for, Terry?
Well, they haven't gotten back to me, and when I called their head office the other day, their administrative assistant refused to give me the name of the general manager.
All right, so we're going to hold on because we're going to run out of time. But if you had to sum up, Rock, the quality, what would it be?
They did an adequate job. You know, I can definitely see Terry's her concerns.
All right, I want to come back shortly to you.
Adeline said the guy couldn't get down our driveway and was confused on which house was ours, but was very nice.
He went and took a piss in between our houses.
He really did?
He absolutely.
Oh, because I said to her, I said, did he go take a poo in our yard? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay.
You see it?
Well, you do it out there all the time, Mark.
I piss out.
Oh, my God. He prefers it. He prefers it, Kevin.
Yeah. One of the greatest things about the guy is the world is our urine.
It helps the plants.
You got it. Step back. You're wearing your
That's
rubbers.
what's nice about living in the woods.
Yeah, Mark will go out and let the dogs out in the middle of the night, you know, and,
Go out with them,
take
huh?
a piss in the front yard. I'm like, oh,
Didn't
my
have
God.
to go until he got out there.
Exactly.
In these drought conditions, you gotta do whatever you gotta do.
Oh, my word.
You got any critters out there that play with your dogs at all?
Fuck, man, we have a mountain lion that's hanging right by our house now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's on the fucking video all the time, and then
The male?
I don't know. I don't know. The video's nighttime video, so I couldn't tell you in a million years.
Purpose and actual effect of SB 8 has been.
It doesn't seem to be fucking around with anything.
Strong words from the Chief Justice, and he of course.
Don't give an opportunity to talk.
The deers are fucking everywhere.
So that's why it's a mountain lion.
So isn't this a jury in Texas?
Yeah, they are.
But the shepherd, I don't know. How do you think the mountain lion? I don't know. I mean, one dog's little, the other's a big German shepherd. They are always
You
hanging.
don't want them to eat deer for goodness sake. The German Shepherd ain't
Yeah.
anywhere close to the size of it.
Yeah, but the deer aren't out barking and shit.
Hey, Mark, listen to this. A jury in Texas awarded families two family members were killed by a drunk driver. Okay? How much do you think your award was?
8 million.
How about 301 billion with a B?
Yeah, so how much do they get?
I mean, but what's the point of a jury awarding $300 billion? But it's absurd. Because now it's going to be reduced by somebody who has
a guy's insurance cap is $500,000.
whatever it is.
Lindsay served in China and claims he began experiencing symptoms of Havana syndrome in 2017.
But then it goes to somebody, if they come up with a realistic sum, then the guy might have to pay whatever the limits are. But this way it's going to go to some arbitrator who didn't even listen to the trial.
And have since been reported in a number of countries, including China, Austria, and Vietnam. Tara, ABC News.
Yeah. We've never, I guess, in the whole neighborhood, though, I've never heard of any dog getting killed by coyotes, by anything. I just haven't heard of anything, man.
Every once in a while, I used to hear about little dogs, but never big ones.
Well, that's what always cracks me up is when somebody putting little pictures of Yorkie up there. This ain't coyote fodder.
Hell, that could be an owl out where I live.
Yeah. We've had owls pick up cats for sure.
They're fucking smart, too. They'll grab them, bring them up, drop them.
Oh, yeah. And owls will commonly start eating before it's dead.
That's got to be a fun way to
Like
go.
fresh meat.
Woo! Well, there's a light bulb right down the bottom of our driveway, and there's all kinds of little skeletons and everything else down there.
Underneath bulbs.
They stood up there to eat.
I think I got it. I have a video of them right here.
No, we had bobcats, quite a few.
Bobcats. I had a bobcat bite Dobie or Bella, my old Doberman, right on the fucking head, man. Cost me about $1,200. Every time her heart would beat, the blood was running out. It was unbelievable. And I didn't see it, but when I got down there, the vet was like, "Oh, that's a bobcat for sure."
It came to the Broncos a very long athlete team. They're beautiful receivers of this generation.
Most big cats are not.
Yeah. There's a guy, Three Houses is never there. He lives in California. And the bobcats live in his backyard. It's all fenced, like a 6-foot vinyl, privacy fence. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's on Suzanne's.
Because the bobcats walk the fences in the backyard. Got a picture of
Hey, bring the
my
video of
girlfriend's
that
cat
mountain lion
looking
real
up on the
quick.
fence with the bobcat looking down at her cat. Crazy little woman running out there trying to chase the bobcat. And the bobcat ain't moving.
Oh, amigo.
Now, impact traffic. This report.
We used to have a bunch of rabbits, but not anymore.
Bobcats are good for rabbit removal, there's no question.
We got so many fucking critters, man. The wild turkey are always cool. I always like the wild turkey. I think they're fucking cool to see.
Good eating too.
105 is pretty good.
Yeah, we can't hunt shit out there though.
It's quick. Who did you want me to show?
Show it to.
Right up on there. What's that?
Yeah, we've had them up on our deck. We haven't seen the cats, but we've found the evidence.
I don't know if they're coming up on our deck because we have the pups, but maybe they have dogs too. So maybe they don't care.
They might like that area right there too because it's kind of sheltered.
Every morning, a quick rundown of all the news of the day. Please subscribe.
Freaky. That's not a real big one though, is it?
No. Wherever you get your podcast. I've talked about Blue Sky CBD.
We still eat them.
Experience with these products and just keep.
That's not a bobcat. That's a mountain lion.
That's a better.
Hundreds of you have tried it the same way.
Did you see the video of the mountain lion and the little dog on Fox News? Holy shit, was that good? So it was I think Evergreen or Granby somewhere. Granby. So it's a glass sliding door, back door. The mountain lion's on one side, then this dog, it couldn't be any bigger than this, is on this side like this. The lion it's going, the most it really does is, it's like feeling the glass.
Licking the glass.
It's like, holy shit, what do you think would happen? What do you think would happen if they let that dog out?
It's lunch.
I don't know that. I don't know.
It's hungry. I mean,
it came down if it was hungry.
Yeah.
Once again, it's Blue Sky
It's pretty fucking cool though, man. You watch that, it's like, holy shit.
Did you see the one about that little dog chasing away a bear in California?
Oh, that was great.
About 2 months ago.
That was dogs no bigger than this. Dogs no bigger than this. Two nice sized. They look like they're cubs though. Two nice sized.
Bears don't like dogs.
And the dog ran them dog bears dragging.
Two bears?
Two bears.
Oh, here it is. Small dog chases off two bears in Cali. Holy, they might be cubs, but they're huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK is our number, 713-8255. RealCBDThatWorks.com. What great stocking stuffers for the people in your lives that are in pain, anxiety, or just inflammation, overall health. It'll make them feel great. It can come in chewables, gel caps, oils, and even cosmetics now like a new eye gel, eye serum, which is anti-inflammatory and takes away the puffiness. RealCBDThatWorks.com. Put Tom in the promo code, get 30% off. Now, we asked Rock to go out from American Restoration, our restoration expert. We really trust him. This is a terrible industry. We asked him to go out and look at the quality of work. Terry wasn't happy, but Rock said, It's not as bad. It's not that bad. It probably can be settled. Terry, what is the main issue right now? Are they asking for money that you think is unreasonable? What is the main issue?
The main issue is getting a bill for the work rendered. After visiting with Rock and our insurance adjuster hearing the radio, he came over and went through just like Rock told us to, line by line, work done.
Right. And what did you find? Were you overcharged?
The estimate is not correct because most of the work was not done.
Okay.
But what is fair, he gave me the minimum and maximum to pay for the work rendered, and I have to wait to hear.
How much is being billed that you're disputing? How much is the bill?
They estimated a $33,000 bill. My mother paid another company $8,000 for her floors, which she is very happy with.
Yeah. Now, what I'm asking, Terry, is that amount of 33, what do you think it should be?
After going line for line with the insurance...
Just tell me, Terry. You don't have to tell me the process. How much?
$13,950.
Oh, my God. That's less than half. Now, hold on. Do you think, Rock, do you think the work that you saw was only worth $13,000? I don't know. I wasn't there.
We paid $8,000.
Hold on. You paid 8 plus 13. Is that what you're saying?
We paid $8,000 to the additional contractor that's already been paid and done. So that would take the total to 21. But the $8,000 was paid to another company.
I get it. So, Rock, was that work that you saw there worth more than $21,000?
There were definitely lines that were not done. We went over that.
Yeah.
I went over that with Terry.
But, Rock,
there's definitely should be. I didn't see $33,000 worth of work.
Okay, good.
To one company, no,
good.
I did not.
Okay, good. What do you think if you live there? I'm serious now, Rock. You're really good at what you do. What would you pay for that work that was done?
I think that Ms. Brico has the lines that were done. I think the things that were done are done to an adequate point. That's why I feel, I can't say.
Do you know what they added up to, Rock? Do you know what they added up to?
There was definitely, I think, south of 20 or south. That's why she needs to negotiate with her insurance company and the workers that are being done. I don't know what was paid to whomever.
This is terrible.
Those are my quick estimates.
Okay.
Now, that's a negotiation that needs to be talked out.
Well, Terry, I guess you're more right than I am, because Terry, and of course I'm just speculating, it sounded like a big, giant haircut, but Rock is saying when you line item this thing, you probably are south of 20 grand with everything done.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate his knowledge and his time yesterday.
You're going to have to, I don't know if you're going to be able to settle this damn thing. You can try it, but it's going to be difficult.
Oh, okay.
But listen, here's what you do. You now know you have an expert on your side, and really, truly, Terry, you need to talk to your insurance company too. Now, is your insurance company the one that owes this 33, or would you owe it?
Well, they came out after we spoke with Rock and said that the estimated left to pay this company is the $13,900.
Right. So that's what your insurance is willing to pay, an extra 13, right? Has this company been paid anything so far?
No, sir.
Okay. And you paid $8,000 to another contractor, but they want 33. Rock is saying that's ridiculous. You're saying 13 based on your insurance company.
Yes.
Why do you now? This is a wonderful thing, but if your insurance company was willing to pay more, would you? Let me ask you this: are you disputing this because the insurance company came in so low?
No, sir. They agreed that there was $33,000 worth of work, and we were ready to go. They couldn't provide the floor, so we paid a different contract.
I get it. So your insurance agreed with the $33,000 so long as the work was done.
Yes, and they say that there's only $13,950 maximum work that they did, according to their estimate.
If you have a hard time negotiating with them, call us back and we'll give it a shot. 303-713-8255. What do you think about that one? It's pretty. I'm telling you, man. Restoration companies suck.
Rock's saying it's over 20 grand was done.
No, south of 20, and she already paid 8. So he's right in line with her. He's right in line with her. David, what's going on with you?
Good afternoon. I'll make it real quick. I bought my truck back in April from AutoNation down in Centennial.
Okay.
And when I went to register, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening, sir.
When I went to get my plates, they're like, hey, your truck is still in somebody else's name. We haven't received your paperwork. And I was like, okay, no big deal. I'll go back to the dealership. So, this is my work truck, and I was trying to pay it off as quick as I can. So I'm making.
Wait a minute. How long have you had this truck?
Since April. I've been making $800.
Wait a minute. You've been making payments since April to a lender, and AutoNation says the car is still not in your name.
The DMV did when I went to get my plate.
Then it's not AutoNation. Okay, then it's not AutoNation's fault. So in other words,
So then I went back to the dealership to get the paperwork, or no, I went back to the dealership and they're like, oh, sorry about that. Here's a temp tag.
Wait a minute. Was it not in your name due to a backup at DMV or due to a backup at AutoNation?
AutoNation.
Okay. So AutoNation admitted they caused the delay.
Correct.
Okay.
So then when my temp tags, I'm working 7 days a week. So when my temp tags were up for the second time, which was just the other day, I went back to get my tags, and the DMV told me for a second time, this truck is not in your name. And now I've paid almost $7,000 on this truck that I've had since April.
Deputy Doc, can you call AutoNation on this? We can call for you. Listen, I don't think AutoNation is trying to scam you, okay?
No, but what's the interest rate you're paying?
Exactly. It's pretty high.
Well, whatever it is, whatever he's paid in interest, if he's wanting to pay this off, like he said, they owe him that money back.
Oh, you mean because he has the money to pay it off?
Yeah.
No, I know, but that's a separate issue. I don't want to complicate it right now.
That's his issue, though.
No, his issue is getting a title. His issue is
at this rate, I'm beyond frustrated. I don't even know. That's why I called you guys.
We'll give him a call.
We'll call AutoNation and say, what's holding up the title work? If they say COVID and all of that.
Yeah, but it's April.
Not from
and supply chain shortages and, Trump's problem. It's Trump's fault. We're going to figure it out, okay? Hang on.
All right, you got to see this, dude. What is it? This is the best.
Here's some good news for America's
Fuck.
kids ages 5 to 11 are now
This is.
Mountain lion?
Oh my God! No,
It's a bear
and the little dog.
Yeah. You saw the one
Watch this little dog.
with a lady.
I don't see that one too. Yeah, that was good.
Oh my God! That's a little French bulldog. It's not even. That's nothing. It's a Frenchie.
Wait. Watch the rest of it.
Those are babies.
Yeah, but watch this.
Watch what it does.
No.
It's still better.
Watch it.
CoreScans.com, that is where you can go and possibly save a life. Listen, I'm not exaggerating. I know of 2 cases. One where there was a high score of soft plaque ignored by the guy and he died. I know another case where his doctor said this saved his life. CoreScans. $150. You keep your clothes on, you sit in a comfortable chair and get a scan of your carotid, which is the most accurate, low-cost diagnostic method available for diagnosing heart disease and risk of stroke based on the soft plaque it finds. And here's the great thing. You can buy a gift card right now and print it out. Give it in a gift, or you can have it emailed. CoreScans, without an E, CoreScans, CoreScans.com, just $150. What a unique gift to give someone. And here's the best news. There's something you can do about it. You can freeze this soft plaque in its tracks and even start reversing it. 720-740-2663. This is a gift everyone should have. CoreScans.com. Another gift for the family. It doesn't have to be a gift. It's such a great thing. WaterPros.net. WaterPros. We're talking under $1,000 for a fountain at your kitchen sink where you'll never have to buy bottled water again. Low maintenance, no electric needed, just runs off the water, triple filter, reverse osmosis, under $1,000. Just one of the many systems they have. Cheaper, but better than any others. WaterPros.net. Now, let's talk about specials to fix up your house. K&H Home Solutions. I love this company. I've known this company for 40 years. And I knew when the new owner took over, and he took over 30-some-odd years ago. Now, here's the deal. Right now, buy one window, get one free, and 45% off Everlast siding, the best siding ever. This siding is incredible. It's practically indestructible. And then 45% off Provia entry doors. All of this from a company established in 1956. For window siding, doors, and more, K&H has what you're looking for. Call them 303-421-7100, 303-421-7100.
How long will this bull market last?
I got 3 good follow-ups.
Now, I will definitely do it. We're slowed up. I'm going to try to run to the head here. Okay, right back.
Securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Inc., a broker-dealer, member of FINRA SIPC, investment advisor representative, Cambridge Investment Research Advisors Inc., a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Untitled Chapter partners are not affiliated.
Homicides record levels in major cities. And what all those cities have in common? Yep.
What happened?
Record levels of
Democrat.
They're all run by Democratic government.
Every fucking one of them.
Okay, Jim, I'm just wondering, with this on our property, shouldn't I be able to fumigate 6 acres? Just. Oh.
What is it?
Well, it's just put them in
Was it a spider?
It's a spider. Put it in a aquarium.
That big one.
It'll die in the winter.
That's a hard no right there. So
That is a big one. That fucker's like.
Is that on your property?
Yeah, it was in our garage.
I don't even know. I think it's. I don't know what it is.
You never double camel spiders
speaker.
either.
It's not a camel spider.
It just gives
I've
me
seen those.
creeps.
It's in your garage?
That was in our big garage. Not our. If it was in our house,
Make it-
our
oh,
house
yeah,
would
yeah.
be fumigated.
What?
We usually use the camel
That
Did
one
you
is
want to
for
talk
everybody.
about there? What do you?
Yeah, I'm going to give Tom some updates now.
But it's mostly.
Should I put his phone number in chat
That's
or
the
keep him on hold? Okay.
Or else write it down, I'll come in.
Those are-
Okay, so let it go.
Let him go. Tell him
They're
to hold it 3
actually-
minutes.
They'll fucking away any
The portion was on.
No bugs.
What happens when they first bite into you?
I've seen 2 of those out there.
Until the numbing agent started wearing that out. So, you get a discharge for that.
Yeah, unless you're the Liberty Mutual guy, then you get it all in your face.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, what a long fucking week.
Yeah, we messed up yesterday with that serving those papers.
God, I could have killed Tom.
Fucked up royally.
So I've got this lady coming over to give us an estimate on cleaning all the windows, okay? This numbnuts didn't realize we were going to serve her live on air for a caller. So Tom's setting it up. She's 10 minutes out. He's setting it up, and he gives the whole name of the company out numerous times. And I'm thinking,
No,
no, it's just a phone call from somebody else.
Somebody else did a call.
no, someone else, I'm sure someone that's pissed at us decided, oh, I'm going to warn her, because she, about 8 minutes later, she went dark, man. Just gone. Oh, it was going to be so great.
Yeah, I had this wide shot.
Oh,
You know this studio smells like a fucking locker room.
it does.
God almighty, and it's not me.
Well, you got 6 guys in here.
Ain't me.
It was Michael.
I'm Tom Martino.
No, you're a troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Don't forget your insurance checkup at least once every 2 to 3 years. It's an objective look, honest to God, objective, on your declarations page on all you're paying for, and they'll let you know if you have a great deal or not. You have my word on that. Compass Insurance Group, theinsurancehelpcenter.com, 303-996-9000, 303-996-9000. Deputy Doc, let's talk. What do you got going on, sir?
I got a couple of updates for you,
Is your
John.
mic on?
Yeah.
Okay,
John.
go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, remember John called and said Tow Pros towed his car and ruined his bumper on his 1999?
Yeah, but it was such an old truck.
Right, it was $200 to get the bumper repaired. But the point is, he called them, his boss called them, and I called them. They hung up on me. Then they ghosted my number.
It's a lousy $200.
Right. They won't even talk to us.
What number did you call?
I called Tow Pros.
Yeah, what number?
719-259-3099.
Let's say that again.
719-259-3099.
You know, even if it is only $200, it sucks they won't.
No. They should pay him something. They did damage it. Yes, it's an old truck. No, they suck.
Okay.
So now they don't have to be that way. Tow Pros, hold on. Maybe.
Give that number one more time.
Hold on. I want to write it down here. Tow Pro. I want to write it down in one of these guys. Okay, Tow Pros, go.
719.
Okay, folks, this is a company, Tow Pros, who refused to fix this guy's bumper that they dented or broke or ripped off. Or listen, it's not a lot of money. This poor guy he kept his truck really good for how long? What year is it?
1999.
And Tow Pros won't even talk about it. Now listen, if he was asking a ridiculous amount, I'd say something. But come on, $200. We priced him. That's about what it cost. 719
259
259
3099.
Now, people.
Wait, one more time. What is that?
719 259 3099.
Now, let's explain something. This is our woke activism. What we want you to do is we want you to get woke up on the phone and call people and let them know you heard them on the air. It's because we woke them. We want to wake them up. We want to wake them up. Listen, bottom line.
Woke them.
Help us, listen, help us awaken them. But here's the point. I want to get these people aware that we care. This show is very powerful when my listeners react. So tell Tow Pros, at least talk to the guy. He's only asking for a couple $100. 719-259-3099. Now, what's your other follow-up?
Hey, remember Elif called about there was a fire in her apartment complex, and they wouldn't let her go in and get her personal stuff?
Oh, that big fire. That was a bad fire.
Okay, well, I spoke to the...
Management? HOA is the one...
I spoke to the head of the HOA.
Yeah.
And he said... They are merely a conduit. It's all in the insurance company's prerogatives of what they can and cannot do. Even though her apartment was not structurally damaged,
I can believe that.
There are particulate elements. It's not safe to breathe. So
also the insurance company wants to preserve evidence at this
point. The insurance company has said that ServPro is taking care of it and that she can make anybody, they sent this to the landlord, anybody can make an arrangement with ServPro to go in and take out whatever they want ServPro to take out, and they just have to pay ServPro. She has 40 cartons that she wants taken out, and she doesn't want to pay for it.
Well, okay. Well, she's going to have to under these circumstances.
So the point is the insurance company...
And it's not the apartment play. It's not, we don't know whose fault it is.
And if she had renter's insurance, they would have covered that cost.
Right, but the HOA is merely a conduit between the insurance company and the owners of the condos. They are telling the owners what the insurance company is allowing them to do and not allowing them to do. And he explained to me very carefully they've been telling...
Now, this was LF, and what was the name of that apartment house?
Mark had it, I forget.
And I do believe them. I mean, this is just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, of course
I do.
It is.
All right, what else is going on?
One more quick thing.
Yes.
Steve Garego paid Steve Loudon...
Oh, that Loudon.
Remember that? $23,500.
I'm trying to find that 23.5.
What was it for, Doc?
Oh, I have it here somewhere, but go ahead.
Some work on his house.
Yeah, 23.5. The insurance paid that, okay? And he took the check and did not do all the work. He started it and walked off the job, and this guy had to hire another company. Here's what I said. If he can get it done for the amount left from insurance, he's not hurt by this.
Right.
Where does it stand?
Well, it's a little bit confusing. The construction company was out there on...
Severy Creek Roofing took 23.5.
They were there on 11/1.
But they never finished the job.
They were there on 11/1, 11/3, 11/9, and 11/10.
Did they finish the job?
Well, they were in the middle of it, and he fired them. They weren't going fast enough for him.
Okay, hold on. They got paid $23.5. Do they claim they did $23.5 worth of work?
I've left 2 messages, and he won't get back to me. So I'm hoping that if Savory Creek hears us, maybe he'll call me back.
There's one question, though, that I need answered. How much, doesn't he have about 18 grand balance left with the insurance company?
He said that of the $23.5, he estimates that they did about 1/3. So
I'm not asking that. I am asking how much is left to be collected from insurance.
I will check that
I think it's 18 grand. Now, I think he said that in my notes, but maybe not. Here's what I'm getting at. What if he can get it all done for 18 grand?
Well, he can get it. He said he can get it done for 17.5.
Then he doesn't have a loss. And if this guy wants, okay, hold on. I understand the quandary here. He was hoping he got to keep the leftover money instead of having a contractor keep it. But if he fights right now, this contractor, to get a refund, guess where the money goes?
To the insurance company.
Exactly. Does he know that? Does Steve know he's fighting for his insurance company?
I want to get in touch with him and tell him.
And if his insurance company doesn't care, he shouldn't care. He should let it go. If he can get the job done for the insurance proceeds left, right? There's no loss.
Right.
Zero.
Even though I don't like the feeling of this company screwing him, but he's thinking, damn, I wanted to keep that money. No, I know. I know how people think with insurance proceeds.
Guess who's getting grilled today?
Who's getting grilled?
As in right now.
Who?
Jeremy Carter, Plains Building.
Sweet.
$800,000 this guy took in the past year, and
is he in court right now?
He is in bankruptcy. He's at the meeting of creditors, which is one of the largest meeting of creditors that trustees ever seen.
Do you know who the trustee is, by the way?
I don't. I can ask Jeff though.
Now, here's what we all have to do: a moment of silence. So we got to pray that justice be done in this bankruptcy court.
It will be.
Okay, now.
I know the attorney. It will be.
Good, Mark. That is good work. We could put them in touch with him.
He's representing 8 of the couples. There's probably like 20 couples.
If he gets this tossed out, what does this guy do then?
Well, he loses his home, hopefully.
This is very much like that accountant that had the A+ rating with the BBB, Don Eiley, who stole $12 million. Here's my question for Jeremy Carter. He got the majority of this
I think he got $1 million if it's all said and done.
Maybe more. But where is it? It's all within the last year. This hasn't been going on forever. There's no steel buildings anywhere. And he's saying he doesn't have any money. I want to know where the hell the money is.
Contractors don't like when I say this, but I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I used to say it's okay if they need to charge money up front if you can trust them. Okay, but the point is, how do you trust them? But it's okay if you protect yourself. There are ways to protect yourself. It's okay if you pay for materials when delivered or when work begins. Or, you know what I'm saying, but just to pay a third or a half up front, and then he's going to start in a week or two, I won't do that. And I'm telling people, don't do it.
It's insane.
And there's not one contractor can call me and justify, not one. Don't try. In fact, call me. I'll give you all due respect, okay? Call me and let me know why I should pay you money up front. I want to know. Let's talk about it as an issue. I promise you, if you give me good points, I will change my mind. I am open-minded on this, but I think it's a bad thing. Most people get screwed with money up front, little or no work done. Money up front, little or no work done.
And it's not even bad intention sometimes. You take 50%.
That's right.
Let's say it's a $50,000 basement. You want $25,000 up front to get everything ordered, get moving on it, and the money's transferred, bam, you're hit by a semi, you're dead. What's the guy do? The 25 grand's gone.
Exactly. That's right. 303-713-TALK. If you're a contractor, give me a call. Why do you do money up front? I want to know. I want to give you respect. I'll listen to your plea. But here's the other thing I want to know. If you're a customer, what do you think? Or if you have any problems, questions, or complaints, that's what the show's all about. 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Wow. Good afternoon.
Sponsored by Westera.
Your car warranty is out.
Damn. Hello?
You should have had that guy on.
They heard you, Mark, and hung up.
I'm sure I'm breaking some law here.
I know, we had.
Oh, you were breaking law too?
Which one?
Law break. Hey, go get me another one for law break. Lids. You want some? I want the Moscato on the counter in the kitchen.
What's it called? Moscato?
Moscato is looking pretty good too.
Cream? Or straight up?
No, he
Moscato.
knows. He just, yeah.
Oh, there's food in there? Here.
Moscato. That's a white one.
There's white. What the fuck?
Slow down. It's on the. It's right near the sink. In the kitchen area, right near the sink. Look, Kevin's coming.
Oh, Kevin's been already.
2 years in a row.
I gotta drive over now.
Okay, guys.
WesteraCU.com. That's WesteraCU.com.
Hey, you heard Rock from American Restoration on our show, acting as our restoration specialist. He truly does know what he's doing, and he's honest. If you have a fire, a flood, if you have unattended death, maybe a tenant had a meth lab, maybe something else went wrong, an unattended crime, you need to get a cleanup. It's called a restoration company. Don't just call a restoration company. Chances are you will be ripped off. They suck in general. I hate to say it, but it's true. You can depend on American Restoration. AmRest247.com, AmRest247.com, or 8337-AMREST, 8337-AMREST. You know someone else you can depend on? Colorado Pain Care Sport and Spine. I personally use them, and I would not say it if it wasn't true. They had me over the hump in the first day with a trigger point injection. Now, that's not a cure, but they get you over the hump and start you with some physical therapy and then work on more procedures for longer range cure, and they cured me. I had a deep injection under imagery to get out that swelling and to get moving again, and it worked. They also helped me with another problem I had with a muscle relaxer, and you know what? They got me out of pain. I've been out of pain for a while now. Why don't you find out what they can do for you with same-day appointments even? 303-GOT-PAIN, 303-GOT-PAIN.
Guys, 2021's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram, America's PJ expert.
Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own fair skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at
Oh, they have food too.
Not much, but yeah.
No, in that room they do. They have a shitload. You didn't look at the right spot. The conference room. They have a shitload.
Conference room right there.
All right, I'm headed back. Meat and everything. Meat. Go get it, Jim.
The bedroom.
When you order today, go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and
None of that rabbit food that Kevin's got. Go, Kevin. Go get the real stuff, Kevin.
Too much stuff, yeah.
Extra breathing room in your budget, pay less for your home, and possibly save up to $1,000 a month. Now is the time to call American Financing.
So core scans, since I started just a couple weeks now, 110
making it a great time to
gift
get
cards.
an absolutely free mortgage
Whoa.
Not
from
bad.
American Financing.
I think it could be a little better, but not
Could
bad.
be a little bit better, but that's not bad.
No, not in a couple of weeks, right? We've only been doing
Couple of weeks, 4 hours, 10 a.m. in the morning, and it's a new tech. That's pretty good, I think.
No pressure, no obligation experience that's focused on you, and you may be able to skip 2 mortgage payments, creating even greater upfront savings.
You know, so Rock just did this here. He did. His name is Corey, by the way. He did the whole.
303-695-7000. That's 303.
He did a thorough inspection. Holy shit, is he Rock? Get it?
That's
Corey
AmericanFinancing.net.
Terry is his name. Corey Terry.
Hey, look.
I love sending them out.
I thought Mr. Fix-A-Leak fixed that.
I thought you did too.
Well, it's just a drop.
It's a trickle.
I can patch a trickle.
Oh, yeah. Can you patch a slab leak, Mr. Fix-A-Leak?
Oh, a slab leak?
You see that one?
Yeah, oh, it's seeping out.
Don't splash it.
So what do you want to do?
Call Repipe Specialists, like our neighbors did.
Okay.
Repipe Specialists can repipe our whole house and guarantee no leaks for life.
For life?
And new pipes can improve our low water pressure. It costs about half the price of a plumber, and they can do it in as little as a day.
Mr. Fix-A-Leak can't do that.
Apparently, you can't fix leaks either.
Tired of leaks or low water pressure? Call Repipe Specialists, and in 1 to 2 days, they can repipe your whole house with new PEX tubing and guarantee no leaks for life. Call 303-228-2910 for a free in-home estimate and pay nothing down with no payments or interest for a year. That's 303-228-2910. Call today. 303-228-2910 or visit repipe.com.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHO. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6. Big Friday at 4. Credit to the Douglas County School Board dropping that oh-so-harmful mask mandate for the kids. And is it time for Colorado to finally move on from COVID and treat it as we do every other serious public health threat?
Oh, yeah, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. We want to help you with any problem you have. Isn't that a wonderful thing that we take media and give it a purpose? Media with a purpose. Yeah, not just to piss you off. Mary, you think you're being scammed? Uh-oh. Let's analyze what's going on with you. What's happening, Mary?
I think somebody's trying to scam me.
What's going on?
I got an email this morning from PayPal saying that the $469 charge to PayPal from Verizon was charged to my account. Well, I don't have a PayPal account, number one.
Then ignore it. And that PayPal, do you have that PayPal email?
Yeah.
Do you know how to forward that email to me, or do you know how to look at the header to see who it's from?
It says it's from MARN, and then when you open it, it says it was through Susan at Verizon.net.
Yeah, it's a ripoff. Just don't worry about it, Mary. Just ignore it.
Okay.
You did the right thing.
Because I checked all my credit cards, so I knew nothing was on it.
Listen, here's the deal. Don't respond to any email unless actually no one sends emails like that ever.
SaferNet.
Now
she's a perfect candidate for SaferNet.
Now
I know.
Mary,
I think I'm going to do that.
Are you looking at your phone when you get this, or your computer?
Well, my emails go to my phone and my computer.
Okay, so a couple bucks for each. It might be about $6 a month for both. It might be a little more, but
it's more than worth it.
It's safe. No, it's way worth it. SaferNet.com. Then they'll walk you through it. You can get 44 days free, though. Put Tom in the promo code. Now, here's what happens. When you download the app, you simply give it your name and a password and all that, and then download it. It will automatically, you don't have to configure it. You don't have to do anything. It will automatically play in the background and protect you from everything, period. So
I'm gonna do it.
It really is worth it. God, it's worth it.
Try it out at least. You can
44 days.
Promo code
Tom TOM. Yeah. That's it, and you get 44 days free. But you were so smart to call us and not to start freaking out on that.
Well, what was funny about it is supposedly the transaction happened at the same time I was on the phone with Verizon paying my Verizon bill. Oh. It's almost exactly the same time.
Yeah, just a coincidence, probably.
The transaction went through.
Just a coincidence. You know, I tell people, read headers and domains, but a lot of people don't know what they're looking at. So that's how I know if an email or what I should do with an email or with an inquiry. You have to know, though, how to read the headers. There's no way to fake. Well, there is a way to fake email headers. I shouldn't say that. But there's no way to fake domain names. You can never be from Amazon.com unless you're from Amazon.com and Google.com.
Well, wait a minute. The problem is people gain access to that person's account at Amazon.com.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean this. If they say
fake it.
Yeah, if they say they're from Amazon, like and they're a question with your account, you know, it's Amazon.com or it's accounts.amazon.com. But if people know how to read the root directories and they know how to read it, they can tell. And then even if you click on that, and you go to a site that's not the real Amazon, there's a way even to look at that code to see if it's real. But we can't teach everyone how to do that. The main thing is, I don't know what the main thing is. People are going to get ripped off. There is going to be a certain amount of digital ripoff, Mark. I don't think, let's take just unsuspecting older people. They don't know what to click on and what not to click on. They don't know what's real. My God, with the knowledge I've amassed here, with all the scams that work, do you realize how much we could make if we wanted to just hurt people? Oh, my God, people are so vulnerable. And they seem to fall for the same thing over and over. Do you know I just clicked on something and my SaferNet stopped? I was an idiot. I actually clicked on it and I thought, oh my God!
No, it's done it to me. They got me on an AT&T bill.
They got me on this one, and I said, wait a minute, why did I do that? Oh, I'm trying to find it now. I may have deleted it after they said, oh my God, it was so weird, and then I just automatically did it. It said something about some discount. And click here to claim it or whatever. But it was so... Then I realized, oh, no. It was... No, doggone it, I don't know where it is.
Michael Neesmith just died.
Oh, from the Monkees.
Yeah, just
Nesmith died. So is Mickey Dolenz alive?
And bandmate Mickey Dolenz told Fox News he's heartbroken, so yep.
And Torque, Peter, is it Torque? What was his name? Peter?
I don't know. Do you know they outsold the Beatles one year?
Yeah, well, that was a legend. That was a myth. But, hey, what was that one other kid that was in the Monkees? David? What, do you know their names, Suze? Were you ever into them? David what?
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones, right. And then Peter Tork, right? And then Nesmith and Mickey Dolenz. Mickey Dolenz was Circus Boy. Do you remember that?
Yep.
He was on a show called Circus Boy. He was an child actor. And then Michael, let's see, Nesmith's, you know what his claim to fortune was? You know where he got all his money?
No.
Whiteout.
Whiteout. Oh, you mean for the paper?
His mother invented it.
I did not
read about it. Michael Nesmith. I think I remember that biology right. That biographical information correctly. I mean. So anyway, we got more. You got more coming right up on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino. We got Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, and Sheridan Autotech.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union.
The ramp from westbound C470 onto Santa Fe remains closed as crews work to remove that tanker truck that rolled there this morning. And there's a new rollover on the ramp from southbound I-25 onto 48th Avenue, causing some slowing there. And we have a report of a crash westbound I-70 at Vasquez. Some minor slowing on that stretch, and seeing some of the usual volume on westbound 270 through Commerce City. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, partly cloudy this afternoon, skies clearing tonight. We'll drop down into the low 20s overnight. Mostly sunny tomorrow for your Saturday with a high in the upper 40s. It's 33 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Westera Credit Union. Selected as one of the 5 best in-state credit unions in Colorado by Forbes 2 years in a row. More info at westeracu.com. That's westeracu.com.
All right, check it out, Master Rooter Plumbing. I love these guys, and here's why. They give you free estimates on any plumbing need in the Denver metro area. On top of that, if any other plumbing company or anybody for that matter ever tells you you need a sewer line replacement, if you actually do, these guys can beat the competition by up to 50%, but a lot of times they'll come out, they'll give you a free second opinion, they'll scope the line, and you'll find out you didn't even need sewer line replacement. Master Rooter Plumbing, they've been on the referral list for over 10 years. In fact, I think 15 years. A great company. I love the owner, Tony Akers. It's just a great setup down there. Great service, great pricing. In fact, the guaranteed best pricing. Master Rooter Plumbing, 720-434-3406. Do yourself a favor. Put it in your phone right now, 720-434-3406.
Maybe a loved one who forgets routine tasks more than usual, like letting the dog out, or struggles with chores like laundry or cooking. Sometimes what may seem like a senior moment consistent with normal aging could be symptoms of NCI, the earliest clinical stage of Alzheimer's. If you, someone you know, is experiencing difficulties like these, or other memory issues or mood changes, talk to a doctor and consider asking about cognitive screening. You can also learn more about NCI and
I love a good pot roast. I like it though when Suzanne makes it. She hasn't made it since COVID in her taste yet, but you know she'll put those little potatoes and the carrots and the celery. Let that shit in the crock pot for like a year. Fuck, that's good.
The only way I would use to do it, my kids eat Brussels sprouts. It's a tosses in the
Man, you can put anything in a crock pot pretty much, and it's good. Oh, I'll tell you what I just learned. Of course, everybody in the world knows about it, but these fucking air fryers are the bomb, man.
Really? I've never used them.
Holy shit.
They're supposed to be fantastic.
They're so fast. So, like, you take a frozen chicken breast, you know, it's already cooked. And an oven usually, 25, 30 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. I don't fucking know. It takes about 12 minutes, and it's crispy like it's in a damn deep fryer. I have no fucking idea.
We have gone into, like, so if you wanted to do something like fried chicken like that, you're going to batter up yourself, do your own fryer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've done some stuff like that, but we have found that sometimes you have to just spray it with some olive oil or something.
For the air fryer.
Spray food in order to get it crisp. Otherwise, it doesn't want to crisp up.
In the air fryer, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're doing your own stuff as opposed to the pre-cooked.
The pre-cooked's all I
It's already got a little bit of oil.
You know what people say, though, Jeff? If you have a large amount of stuff, if you just and you have a convection oven, you can just use a convection oven just like an air fryer.
Oh, sure.
That's what it is, right? So if you have so yeah, two people, even 4 people, but they have a lot of it.
So frozen fries, waffle fries I get at Sam's. You put them in a fucking bowl, you put olive oil in there while they're frozen, and you roll them around in there, then you throw them in the oven. Oh, fuck, are they crispy and good. Well, you should learn to shower. B.O.
I'll give that back to Shannon. Shannon wanted to know if he had to marry you to get that $1 million.
Two things, price and then the service, because installation is critical. Buddy is at the top when it comes to installation.
I had a friend that was divorced and got back with his wife, and one of the friends said, why would you do that? And one of my friends said, she came back for the other half.
We know of someone that did it 3 times, man.
Same wife. Fuck that.
Or Craftsman 20-volt max.
3 fucking times. Hey, you know where Donna is now? Unless if I'm crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't fucking know that.
I talk to her all the time.
What the fuck did she move there for?
Well, she got an RV and went. She was actually doing the RV thing.
You mean the full time?
Yep. Yeah, and she still had her horse in summer, but
she's pretty fucking badass if she was doing it.
Oh, she was having a great time.
If you don't have the
But she
obligations,
settled down.
But her sister's in New Mexico.
Oh, I didn't know. Is she still doing the RV thing?
I don't know. She was going to buy. No, I think she had just bought a house.
Really good fucking hunting up there.
I thought her on really good terms because I'm with a sensitive person. It's real.
Oh, I bet when that Holly thing first happened, I bet she was furious.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Tom Martino here.
Here, 303-713-TALK. Deputy Doc, do you have any follows?
No, we'll work on a few.
I want to give a follow from Deputy Smarty Pants. This guy is crazy, man. He is crazy good. First Solar has reestablished communication. Now, this was a problem with First Solar. Do you recall this problem, Suze? This one that we had with the consumer with First Solar? It was a while ago.
I don't, Tom.
He said the system wasn't working right. He wasn't getting what he thought, and he couldn't get a hold of him. First Solar has reestablished communication with Mr. B. This is an email to Marty, Smarty Pants. And they set up an appointment for December 17th to resolve the issues, barring the completion of the project.
They couldn't get it plugged into the grid.
We are confident that we can work this out, an amicable solution to complete the project and address David's concerns. First Solar takes any complaint very seriously. I like this. I like that they responded. And we always treat every customer as an individual in resolving the issues and completing our contractual obligations. Our only aim is to provide the best service possible while ensuring the highest quality product. And you know what? I'm going to have to use my dinger again, and I was thinking I'd get away.
No, wait a minute, though.
When you use it too much, you got a problem.
This guy had the solar system forever, man, and it's not even hooked up to the grid. He can't generate his own power.
Well, now it's going to be fixed, is what I'm saying. So that's my ding.
Well, we'll see.
Let me do
you
it.
Trust these solar companies more than I do.
Let me just do this. God, it gets tireder and tireder. Or more tired.
Well, we have that contest
Diction.
We have our contest going.
Oh, God. I just want to get, I want to get a really good dinger. Something, you remember those old game show dinger? Ding, 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 ding. That, not anemic like this.
Tom, we have our contest going for people who
Oh, you're right, right. Okay, people, if you're listening. Email us, help@troubleshooter.com, with a dinger. The one who comes up with the best dinger for me, we're going to have come in the show, and we're going to feed lunch. So we need a better dinger than this, for sure. We definitely need it. This one I don't like.
No, that's a front doorbell.
Yeah, that's not a dinger.
That's not a dinger. That's a chef.
Need a gong.
What is this one? I have this thing in here. I don't know what it means. Hold on.
Diversity is great when you agree with me. Diversity is great when you agree with me.
That was
Diversity is great.
That was the liberals.
Yeah, diversity is great when you agree with me. You know, it's that center for what is that center for doing away with digital hate? You know what that means? That means the Digital Center for, you know, what is the name of that place? It's what, you know what they call hate? Disagreeing with them. That's what they call hate. It has nothing to do with hate. But speaking of hate, I got this sound effect.
The only hate allowed is our hate for Trump. The only hate allowed is our hate for Trump. The only hate allowed is our hate for Trump.
The only hate allowed is our hate for Trump.
You know, think about that whole Russian thing, man. They kept that going his whole presidency, and it all...
And the guy was busted. I know. They never went back, correct? And by the way, didn't a couple media outlets get the Pulitzer Prizes for it?
I'm sure.
No, they did. They really
horrifying.
did.
At risk of getting thrown off the 4th floor.
What do you mean?
You guys are
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyway.
He still believes in the whole Russian thing, I guess.
Anyway, our Steve Moss, who has the Steve Moss Advertising, the guy that did our theme song.
And got us drunk on the show.
Yeah, with the ZZ Tops. He has great beer, doesn't he have great beer?
It's tasty.
What's that? It's Rock and Roll beer? Rock and Roll?
Rock and Roll Brewery, I think.
Anyway, I have a game show fanfare, and I also have a game show buzzer. The buzzer's for wrong answers, right? Wrong answer.
We should get him in a week from Tuesday.
Yeah, let's have him come in again.
Let's get him in right before
holidays.
Christmas break, Tuesday.
Yeah, let's have him come in again. Steve, we want you to come back in.
A week from Tuesday, bro.
Yeah, it would be fun. Steve.
No matter what you do, don't bring beer, though.
Why? You loved it.
That was a hint.
Anyway, the bottom line is this. Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. I ask this every time, seriously. Any parts you can't get for transmissions?
I wouldn't say there's we can't get. It's just a matter of how long it takes to get them in the house.
Is it getting better? Is what I mean. I mean, it has to be, right?
It's spotty. It's all over the map. Something you couldn't get yesterday, you can get today, and vice versa. I got a solenoid in finally for a Dodge truck that we ordered back in June.
Hey, think of the most complicated maze you have ever seen in your life. A maze, the most complicated. That's what he was working on. It's a little aluminum maze. What the hell?
That was the valve body.
Oh, my God. Those things look like... I'm thinking... I was going cross-eyed looking at it. And they're like putting all these little passages in and little valve. So, Kevin, anything you can't get for customers, what's the hardest?
Brake rotors.
Rotors?
Yeah. We're starting to cut rotors again, which we haven't done in years.
Why, you would just replace them?
Just replace them because the time involved to cut them as opposed to...
Do you ever think they'll come out with a composite rotor?
They have them now.
Oh, yeah.
Really? That aren't all metal?
Fibers. They have all kinds of different platforms.
Do they work pretty well, the composite ones?
Depending on the on trucks and stuff, they don't. But, I mean, they,
If you warp them, you're cooked.
Yeah, you can't fix that. So
Oh, you can't grind them down. No,
Yeah.
You have to replace them. But they should be cheaper than metal, right?
Should be, but, it's scarcity is more than anything.
Anyway, are brake drums still around?
Very few, but they are out, yeah.
On new cars?
You see, yeah.
Okay, what do they usually do it for the rear?
Absolutely in the rear.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be on the front.
Never on the front.
Like what kind of application? A truck?
Yeah, it's typically be a truck platform.
Okay, people, I'm going to give you a couple of websites.
Have a good weekend.
You get some great information. Well, first of all, 303consumer.com will give you all the archives of my digital magazine you can download. All the deals are still current and good. Also, referralist.com, of course, the hallmark for help, information, and referrals. This was Car Day. Thank you to Kimmer Transmission and Sheridan Auto Tech, and save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.